At the end of a century, ravaged by violence, a society of perfect order will arise. Criminals will be frozen and reprogrammed in cryogenic prisons.
The prisoners are ice cubes. Their criminal instincts are being reprogrammed as they sleep.
Aggression and deviant behavior will be totally eliminated.
He's a criminal the likes of which you have never seen. In a bad time, he was the worst.
I'm gonna love running this place.
But in the year 2032...
This morning, Simon Phoenix escaped from this cryo facility. We are, quite frankly, not equipped to deal with the situation.
Amidst a world of peace and calm...
We're police officers. We're not trained for this kind of violence.
How was the fiendish Simon Phoenix apprehended back in the 20th?
In the end, it took just one man, John Spartan.
You mean the Demolition Man?
The conditions of your parole are full reinstatement into the SAPD and immediate assignment to the apprehension of Simon Phoenix.
Two mortal enemies.
Just dropped in to say hi.
From another time.
Pass is over, John. Time for something new and improved. Oh, hell.
Will be unleashed on a future that isn't big enough for the both of them. Sylvester Stallone, Wesley Snipes, Demolition Man.
Perfect.
That the whole world is coming to an end, Chris. I look out my window, I can see the androids rising up and killing us all. Actually, that's the way I see the world. Y'all seen the Matrix? Y'all seen the Animatrix? That's how D sees the world ending. Really, us versus the robots, and the robots fucking wash us. But this is a future that many of a uncreative white boy have said that's going to happen to us. A future where we can't cuss. A future where politeness is going to rise. A future where you can't eat fried food, smoke, or even cuss. A future where you have to use seashells to wipe your ass. Or clench the doo-doo. Y'all seen the little thing. It was disgusting. But
very disgusting.
This is the future that is now because of PC culture and all the SJWs. This is the world that they want. Not no way does this represent anything. This is what it is now. Because I'm oppressed. And I want to go to Walmart and just sit there and look at the gun section. But no, I got to wear a mask and move. This country, you know what? I was an American at one point, Eris. I was an American, Chris. Last time I checked, the freedoms of the oppressed don't move good. You know what I mean? God. Shit, man. You know what I also hate, Chris? I hate the female Thor. She's a cunt.
So what you're saying is, D, is, are you oppressed?
Yeah.
This
is slavery, man. Real quick, Eris, don't you love when white people say this is slavery?
Actually,
I do.
Love that.
Here's the plot twist to that. It's not just white people that think that. There are some other minorities that think that too.
You mean the other minorities that are actually oppressed, Chris?
Yeah.
You mean
no. Hold on, Chris. Wait, CJ, I got you. Hey, CJ, I got you. Let me quarterback this one real quick. It doesn't mean to say other minorities. I believe what Chris is referring to is the jubilee of races that are out there that are all saying the same thing. I need to go get a haircut. I want to go back to work. I want to go do this and do that.
I got it. Eris. That's not.
Hold on. One more. There's one more to add to it. If you're healthy, you're good enough to go to work.
Oh, Eris. I forgot. You're right. Those people aren't people of color or minorities. They're an amalgamation of people that are scary, that are fearful of the stupidest things, that are actually lemmings. They're not special at all. And you know what we call them? Americans.
Yeah.
So yeah, they say this. They say this, and if this coronavirus is any indication, 2 days later, blah 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 is infected and possibly died.
Boy, look. I don't want this to be about people being, let's not talk about, what's going on today, all right? This is Demolition Man, where there's no parallels to today or shit that has happened in the last 20 years. None of that has happened in Demolition Man. This is a pure escapist fantasy, Chris, and how dare you? How dare you? Everything now is so political, you know what I mean? So I'm glad a movie like this has no parallels whatsoever. That's good entertainment.
Can we be serious for a second?
Yes, sir.
I laugh, and I'm pretty sure you guys will agree with me. Don't you laugh? Like, look, I understand people that might feel some things are very heavy-handed on the political stuff. I think me, you, and Eris have pretty much said that on certain things that happens. Understand it, right? Understand it.
Up. Eris is funny because me and Eris will pipe up on, all three of us actually, pipe up on different things. Like Chris hates fundamental, look. So you're mad that the vote went that way. Did you vote? So why the fuck are you talking? That's Chris. You're like, no, bullshit. Tell that bitch to get up. No, That's Eris's reaction. That is his reaction to shit that just ain't right. D is like, Remember I told y'all 5 years? Yes, D.
Here's my thing about this, right?
I didn't hear no bell. Did I? Like, are you on a coffee break? Get up.
My thing is this.
But I am mad as shit. That's really our reaction.
My thing is
because because Eris picks that up a lot in video games. He doesn't. Eris's shit. Like if Eris speaks his mind, a whole lot of girls will be turned off because it's like, oh, you're against girl gamers. Fuck no, I ain't. I'm gonna get y'all hoes.
No. It's like Eris is not. And here's the kicker. It's not. Eris is not against the hoes. I don't want. Hey, look, we got some hoes that follow us on Instagram and follow our podcast. I love them to death. Right?
Hey, Chris. They are not hoes. They're professionals. They're called sluts.
Either way, they're professionals at what they do, and they're great. All right.
Chris, I hate how you're proving the point of the PC culture. Either way, they're both human beings, and they have hearts and vaginas.
The point is, Eris is for them. It's the ones that clearly aren't about that life, but yet they pretend it. That's who he's pissed off at, and I respect that.
Pouring the living shit out of a girl that says, I'm a sex worker. No, bitch. You are a cam girl that only puts shit up when you get high, and that's like every 5 weeks. Your ass can't afford $10 time.
Meanwhile, there's a chick on Twitch that actually plays some fucking Overwatch and is pretty damn good, and will show some fucking tits at the same time. That's how you do it, all right?
Yeah.
With the vibrator on. She's like, woo! Oh my God. So I played a whole game with a vibrator on. No, I didn't come because all the muscles in my vagina are beaten down. Thanks, guys. That was a $50,000 donation. We did it. Half of this is going through lupus research.
See, that's multitasking. I appreciate that, all right?
That is
super multitasking.
That is a fucking worker. She is a fucking monster, yo.
And she got 30 kills in Overwatch in the match at the same time. It's like crazy. Is this? To go back to it, it is amazing to me that when people say get politics out of our movies and video games, I'm like, so you like Demolition Man, right? Oh man, it's so great. It had a lot of political stuff in it. No, it didn't. Yes, it did. What are you talking about?
The entire theme of that movie was politics.
It's kind of funny though when you hear a little bit later when we get to that point where you hear Dennis Leary talk. his little speech. Yeah, some of it is just grumpy white man, I can't do what I want.
Yeah.
But there's something that rings true to that. And then you think what was going back in the 1990s. Because what people have feared the last 30 years is that the vision of LA, the fake vision of LA, oh, we're progressive, everybody walks, we're nice to each other, there's no such thing as racism. That version of LA, Gwyneth Paltrow teaching your kids how to play that type of LA, super white bread. Look, super white bread, but they won't admit it because they say, "Oh no, we're progressive."
You don't have to beat around the bush, D. Just call it gentrified LA. Just say gentrification and keep it moving.
No, you mean always been white LA. Let's keep it 1 billion. Let's keep it 1 billion. Always been white LA. Oh, we're not racist. We gave that person an Emmy. We can't be racist. Shit like that.
Hold on. The fact that you said you had to give somebody something, that's pretty problematic with me. You mean to tell me they didn't earn it?
Well, I mean, let's be real about this. That's Hollywood, period. It's like, well, we're not going to give Denzel that Oscar for Glory, but we will give him for that shit in Training Day, even though I love that movie. That's how they do it. It's the makeup.
And I hate to do this because he is actually a fucking legend. Or you get the Sammy Davis treatment. Oh, you're our happy Negro that we like.
But the Rat Pack loved him though. But everybody outside of that, not so much.
I don't know. The best joke. One of the best jokes about that though was on Family Guy. Stewie and Brian were out climbing up a side of a building. And Brian like, hey, look, it's a Rat Pack. And Stewie's like, yeah. Why is Sammy Davis Jr. carrying all their bags? They're just playing a bit. But there's nobody else in the room but him. I'm like, thank you.
But Demolition Man comes at a time, and I said this before, and we talked about this. This is probably the one movie that does the future in a very realistic way because as he pointed out in his joking, we all joked at the beginning, at the top of this episode about the future with robots killing each other and the Matrix and stuff. You always got one way Hollywood do it. The future is always just grim. You get Escape from New York. The future was fucked up and stuff. New York is a prison. Terminator is like the future is robots killing us. Even Jean-Claude Van Damme Cyborg is his post-apocalyptic future where I guess the nukes went off and shit. Mad Max. There was never like a nuanced middle ground to it. Or you get the Total Recall where we have flying cars and we're already colonized Mars and we got mutants and shit.
Extremes.
So,
You get the two extremes though, Chris. You get the two extremes. You get the mankind has torn down everything. Or the flip side of that, you get we have become a higher society. We are one of peace, one of kindness. And you find out the underbelly of that is like, why are there so many dead babies in this basement? You know what I mean? That's what
there's no gray area. It's either the collapse of civilization or we become sentient.
Yeah, this on the other hand was very realistic.
It's a totalitarian system where people are either scared to come out or they're under like some type of brainwashing or some shit like that.
This was very nuanced in a way because the whole movie starts off 1996.
Hey Chris, I'm sorry. Appleseed.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's an example. That's another one.
But like this movie starts off, this is 1996. The movie came out in 1993, but they start off in 1996. And let's be real, if you remember 1996, this movie's pretty much, that's what LA was in 1996. I mean, no different.
What a total war zone with motherfucking the police are battling almost an army-like gang.
Well,
yeah,
like Predator 2. Predator 2 was the same way. Danny Glover and them fighting L.A. hot as shit, gang warfare.
I liked Hollywood's version.
The only people we had to worry about was the Jamaicans
and the Colombians.
The Jamaicans and the Colombians. Fuck the Crips and the Bloods. Jamaicans and the Colombians.
That's a good point, T. They really just say, fuck the Crips and Bloods. We ain't battling now. We got Colombians and Jamaicans.
Bigger. Stop. Jamaicans and Colombians. So the Mexicans are no
Fuck the cartel, right? All right, fuck the cartel.
Mexicans, huh? All right, cool. I didn't know that shit.
I mean, I'm glad. I'm
Chris,
glad the SISM rank put us up at number 1, but still.
Let's also think about this, Chris. First off, we're from DC. We're not from LA. We don't know the intricate, the whole intricate, huge swelling of Colombians that live in Los
If Hollywood had their way and Predator 2 took place in DC, they would did the same bullshit. It's like, I didn't know we had Colombians and Jamaicans in DC. God damn.
It'd be the triad versus the Cubans.
Even then, I would be like, what? Triads? What the fuck is the triads in DC? What's this bullshit?
If they're triads in DC, and I think they are, they're probably the most low grade. We only own 2 blocks.
Hold on, Dee, you're gonna love this. Are they like the fucking triads in Yakuza 6 that Kazuma's with in Okinawa?
It wouldn't even be the triads. It would be the Da Nang boys and the Mountain Cloud boys from San Andreas.
2 blocks. Hold on. But real talk, they do got some money. They do own half of the Spy Museum, and they own a stake
in the Verizon Center.
Yeah, I'm gonna say they do. They are part owners. They own like 4% of motherfucking Monumental Sports in DC. So they getting some money. They getting some money though. All right, that's a cult. Look, Chris, that's a solid $20 million a year. You can't get mad.
Crazy. No, but so this movie has our man Sylvester Stallone playing John Spartan, which is like the most.
Fuck you.
That is the most. That is the most action. That is the most action movie name ever. I mean, who made? First of all, who made these names?
Sly Stallone, you know he did.
No. I was gonna say either Stallone or Seagal.
I'm about to say this has action Trump running all over it. Just imagine it, guys. Hollywood, 1993. Hey, Steve, this movie, and I got to name. Well, first off, and I always think of the best names. They ask me all the time, "Hey, Stephen, think of a name," and I'm like, "I don't know. How about Santos? How about Santos Trailblazer?" And they like, "Yeah, that's awesome."
Second of all, I'm a man of peace.
Yeah, you're a man of peace. You are. Right? Well, I got a question. You want to do this coke? You better believe it.
John Spartan.
Hey, wait a minute. You're not. Wait a minute. Wait. You guys can't be doing drugs in here. Hey, what's that? Next snap.
Hold on. Yeah, cool next snap. Yeah, really good next snap. Now, bring some of that booger sugar.
You want this bump?
You want this bump?
You understand? You bump.
All of a sudden, they're looking at Wesley like, "Wesley, you want this bump?" Well, Wesley's like, "Nah, nigga, I don't want that."
Well, 2 joints on the way up, man. I ain't got no time for that shit. Yeah, it's 1993. Might as well. Real quick. I fucked Layla Rashawn last night, nigga. For real.
Fucking Steven Seagal is all intrigued on black women in that moment for a hot second.
Steven Seagal's on coke, so he's already shirtless doing Tai Chi in the corner. Hold on. Tai Chi in the corner with a knife. It's like the most intense Tai Chi you ever seen. And every time he brings the knife close to him, he tries to cut himself just a little bit so he can look badass.
Dude, John Spartan is chasing after one Simon Phoenix. I gotta tell you, everybody sits there when it comes to Wesley Snipes say, "Oh man, you know, Nino Brown. Fuck you, it's Simon Phoenix. That's his best role, period." Blade, yes, but I'm just saying I love Simon Phoenix. I love him, the top to bottom.
Can I point out something about Simon Phoenix? Can we say that Simon Phoenix is like Blade gone crazy because he's got the same hair, Joker. The same, even Black Joker because I say Blade because he's got that same haircut, the same hairstyle as Blade.
I was going to say,
who would have thought 4 or 5 years later he will be rocking that same haircut and killing vampires? And saving the comic book movie industry. Again, give credit where credit is due.
High top fade helps all.
I don't know, man. All it seems to me, Simon Phoenix was like you said, Black Joker, but also at the same time, he was clearly Bizarro Nino Brown. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, he's Bizarro Nino Brown. And can I point? I do want to point out something though. Since this is like Bizarro Nino Brown slash Black Joker, think about this for a hot second. This is the parallel when you find out that the movie's villain behind the shadows was the one who got him out to kill. To kill Underground Liquid Snake, aka Dennis Leary.
I know. Actually, you give it Dennis Leary too much credit.
No, right? I'm like, yo, that's his Dennis Leary being Dennis Leary.
First of all, I'm calling him that. Let me explain. I'm calling him Liquid Snake because of that duster and that hair, bearded,
bearded his hair that he always had.
Well, hey, he was rocking it for the 90s, man. And you're right, he has that. I'm just saying, he reminded me. Minus the beard, he was bearded Liquid Snake. The villain behind the scenes was the one that got him out. This was a Black Mask getting Joker to kill Red Hood type of thing.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, actually, yeah, it was. I think it needs to be mentioned, guys, that this was another hit from Stallone during a time where Stallone could argue that he was a bigger hit than Schwarzenegger at the time. Because of course they were going back and forth. This movie made about 160 million, and for the time that was pretty fucking good. And of course, not only was this a big hit for motherfucking Stallone, this is also a big hit for Three Black Geeks' favorite producer, Joel. Holy shit! Tell all the workers to go outside, butt naked, start twerking, and eat lemon pies. I'm coming out there with a heart on. It's going to be awesome. Joel Silver.
We have done so many Joel Silver movies on this show. It's insane. This man has his money in every... Think of any action movie that you could think of, whether it's Lethal Weapon, Commando, Die Hard series, Predator series. He's had his hand in.
Joel Silver will be going down he's going to go down in one of the many producers or creators that have stepped into Warner Brothers that did shit. Like, come on, like Friz Freeling and shit, Jeff Johns, and of course, all of his fucking goddamn movies. I'm not even kidding you. He is one of the heavyweights that Warner Brothers had. They kept him around for a good minute,
they
man.
kept him uptown.
I call Joel Silver the Chuck Jones of action movies.
Actually, yeah, thank you, Chuck Jones. I couldn't think of nobody else. Thank you, Chuck Jones, man. And that's another director that Warner Brothers had hooked up to them in the 70s. I can't think of it now. But yeah, but you can tell that Mel Brooks, I forgot Mel Brooks was another one Warner Brothers kept to him. But yeah, you can really tell that that Joel Silver, man, everything I'm
sorry, I still laugh at the fact that dude was on the press run for that Superfly remake. And you know what? I get it. I'm like, bro, like, I laughed my ass off. I was sitting there like, Joel Silver produced this movie? Huh.
Like, Joel Silver, the producer?
Exactly. That was my reaction. I'm like, huh. Interesting.
Joel Silver, come on, Rico. We need at least 3 more keys. If we get it, we can make the perfect movie, man. Think about it.
I think the drugs in Superfly was the actual drugs he snorted.
I know. Think about it, man. I'm going to do Superfly again. Okay, this is what I want. Except this time it's in Atlanta. Do you know how many fucking hot black chicks live in Atlanta, man? Oh my god. Hold on. Oh. All right. I'm sorry, I came a little bit, but that was because of the black chicks. There's a transvestite blowing me right now. Holy shit! This is an amazing party. Yeah, about Superfly. Get motherfucker Ron O'Neal to be back in it. Fuck you, man, he's dead.
This is bullshit.
This is bullshit. No, keep sucking. Look.
I mean, but you know what though? Like I said, it's
Joel Silver in a long burgundy robe. His boxers, he got Ghostbuster boxers on. No. Joel Silver, he got Matrix Code boxers on.
I spend money on some Matrix Code boxes.
Hey, you know that look, and you know it's top of the line because that's like Hollywood. So you know that shit actually costs like $200. He had that shit since 2002.
This movie has John Spartan, illegally by the way, because it's captain. Because of course this is the '90s. The hero disobeys the captain and he breaks into Simon Phoenix's warehouse hideout.
Yeah, Spartan
kills a bunch of dudes on a bungee cord, by the way, which was '90s as fuck. Let's be real.
First of all, John Spartan. What we saw was 1993 Barney Ross.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really did.
If this wasn't like basically this movie was if the Expendables was made in the 90s
Barney
with one
Ross in his prime. Still able
Barney
to run
Ross in his
without
prime.
the limp.
Barney Ross in his prime, and I guess this is before this is before Wesley's character in Expendables 3, I guess, changed his ways and somehow survived, which I don't know how you survive his
you reaching on that one, bro.
I know, but you know what?
His twin brother, I guess.
I was just about to say that. I was just about to fast and furious this and say twin brother. Okay. Yep. Go ahead.
Alvin Tucson. Think about it.
I swear.
Think about it.
Actually.
Eris, did you hear me?
No, I heard you. Alvin Tucson. I got you.
Alvin, Simon, Phoenix.
Yeah,
Tucson.
Alvin. I got you. I got it, dude.
It's like, yeah, D. I also would have accepted Theodore Glendale, but whatever.
So he sits there and kills the guys, breaks into Simon Phoenix's area and stuff, and Simon is all, they had their little talk and stuff, and he was like, yeah, I already took care of the hostages. They're dead. I killed them.
Did you like the coke lines on the fucking table?
Yeah, he was high as shit.
Okay. I got to be honest with you. I think that was real acting. I don't think that was real acting. I think Wesley took a bump.
Oh, he did.
Can we say that this was? I want to say the Demolition Man is unapologetically Wesley Snipes as Congo.
Bruh,
yeah, it is.
Bruh.
He's having
Do
way
you
too
love
much.
the Caesar Romero? I'm like, oh, you were on coke, bro. You had to be on coke.
I wouldn't do that. Yeah.
I wouldn't
light your ass on fire. I'm like, bro.
Is it cold in here, or is it just me?
The way Spartan dropped the gun had me laughing because it was like, oh, I'm like, yo, you didn't even try.
Oh, let's be real. This is where Wesley is really flexing that he's a better fucking fighter than Sly because he is beating the shit out of his ass with fucking kicks and shit. And I'm like, well, Sly, you can't defend that for nothing.
And rightfully so. I mean, you are fighting a legit martial artist.
Like Simon says, die. Okay, then.
Look. Meanwhile, as the director is shooting, it's Joel Silver behind him. This is perfect. Mr. Silver, can you be quiet? Oh, I'm sorry. Transvestite is still blowing me. This is a perfect scene. We should blow something up after this. Oh, Joel.
This man has Quaaludes. This man has Quaaludes at the ready.
Bruh, he looks like he has Quaaludes. What are you talking about? In his pocket the whole time.
Oh my God, he got one planted in his cheek. He got like a little.
No. I'm saying he's got them at the ready, meaning there's like a Hawaiian girl handing to them as if they were peeled grapes.
Thank you. It has to be a Pacific Islander girl. It has to be. It doesn't.
This is his one key grip that's like Jamie Kennedy of Jay and Silent Bob. Like, here's your coffee, sir. What the fuck is this shit?
It has to be. Look, and to make sure you don't know where she's from, it has to be something plain. Ah, damn it, Lulu. Lulu. Thank you, Lulu. You're welcome, Mr. Silver. Here, have some Coke. I thank you.
Find out Lulu is Tia Carrera the whole fucking time, and then we're like, God damn it.
Man. If that ain't wrong.
Look, Chris, I'm gonna take a note of that for one reason, because if I do a little bit of digging and find the early movie with Tia Carrera and was produced by Silver, we got ourselves a storyline. We have a storyline.
You might be able to beeline that. We'll see. Tune in next time on 3BG.
Because I do plan for us to do Wayne's World this year. So if we do Wayne's World, like I said, in digging, I find out like when she came out back in the 80s, Joel Silver did like a look, was like a producer or whatever. That's where it started. That's where it started. She probably slept with him.
But here's the kicker. So they had their fight. John, manages to get a lucky hit. I'm saying lucky because that's the only way he was able to beat Simon Phoenix because of the explosion too. Get out there and stuff. They arrest Simon and stuff. And the captain's like, God damn it, John, I told you not to go in there. We had to rescue the hostages. How did you know there was no hostages in there? Well, I did a thermal scan. There was nobody in there. He's like, all right, we're going to have a nice chat when we get back to the office. So I'm like, all right, that was funny.
Wrong again.
He's like, Captain, you got to see there's bodies everywhere. I told him, Captain. He said he didn't care. And I was like, wow, you lying sack of shit. Oh my God. Now here's what confused me. All right. I don't think realistically John would go to jail for what he did.
Got yourself a lawyer.
I don't think he would have got to jail. I don't even think he would have got prison time personally.
For
just for the circumstances, I don't know he would have went to jail.
Like what for 20 to 30 bodies burnt to a crisp inside of a building?
He would have got fired, period. That's what I would have. Realistically, I think he would have got fired.
Yeah, but then then again, this was the 90s, and this was after the Rodney King thing, so I could see I'm surprised he didn't come out of there with a slap on the wrist. I mean, he did get a black man arrested. That should have been enough.
I mean, he got psychopath arrested, but I'm sitting back like, I mean, even a good lawyer would have gotten him fired, but how the... All right, movie, fine. I'll accept it, but that was just kind of like strange.
Dude,
like, 30 years? Like, goddamn.
He didn't just get he didn't just get prison time. This man was given cryogenic frozen prison time.
And this is the thing about this movie where I was sitting back like, and the first time in a movie in a while that I could sit back and be like, I could see that happening in some way. I don't know how we can do it in real life, but we might be able to do that.
Oh, the act of it, yeah, I believe we can. But here's the problem. The only problem I had, but I'm going to let it go. Of course, it's a movie. I love this movie. The only reason why, it hit me. I was like, so I got a question. So why are we cryogenically freezing
murderers
and all that again with the chance of actually getting no? And the problem I have with it isn't like, we're preserved them for science and shit like that. That's not the problem. The problem I have is that whole procedure looked like it cost millions of dollars to do.
That's billions. You talking about millions?
Yeah, that is $1 billion program right there.
And let's not forget the maintenance for something that big. You know what I mean?
Keep them on ice. Make sure they're still alive while they're in ice. And
these are over a long period of time. So you got to have a plan that's not only going to be lasting for about 10 years, but for about 20 plus because. Oh my God, this is $1 billion project. Why would we be doing this for villains?
And this is on top of the fact that their rehab program, which we get to the future, it's very computerized to where they can basically manipulate the people while they're under ice to give them suggestive hints to where they're not as aggressive when they get out of it. And I was like, that's very realistic too, because I could see somebody fucking doing that bullshit.
Even though I think real talk, just again, of course, not a real movie, but I mean not real life, but yeah, I could see something like that being actually unethical, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm pretty sure behind the scenes there was some ethical shit happening. Talks about that
bullshit right there, though. Like holy shit.
I mean, look, we got.
But here's the thing, though, Eric, Chris. Look. First off, what you're trying to say is that this shit didn't exist in 1996 because it did.
No. I'm not saying it didn't, but I'm just saying, and just in terms of like.
I'm talking about this technology to do all this shit existed in the damn fucking 90s.
I mean, right. If I were to bring up another movie, and this is kind of interesting too, there was another movie. I don't know if you guys remember it. Mel Gibson. He played some pilot that got frozen, and it popped up. Yeah, it was like he was some pilot or whatever. Frozen. He popped back up in like the 90s, early 90s and stuff. But the weird part was, like, his body had aged rapidly because he was like in present day or some weird shit and stuff. And I was like, that's an interesting angle to being frozen. I was like, that's kind of interesting that this movie didn't really address. Well, I mean, it did address it because they're frozen, obviously, and stuff. But it was kind of weird. There was no side effects to it.
Not that type of movie. But then again, it's not that type of movie.
Yeah. But so we cut to the future. The future is very docile to a degree.
I mean, I mean, here's the thing. Of course, it's not this. In real life, something like this drastic will have to happen after what you call like a war. Something cataclysmic has to happen. Then on top of that, a society had to be ready to be able there. That the society was there. That usually takes about 50 to 100 years to happen. That doesn't happen in 20 years, you assholes. If you keep on letting everybody censor us, I mean, I want to draw cocks everywhere. That's not... Yeah. Come on.
Well, Sandra
I want my haircut.
I mean, Sandra Bullock's character, Lenina, she... Actually, later on in the movie, she explains to John, like, we had the big earthquake apparently was the event that kind of changed everything, because if you remember in the 90s, folks, the earthquakes were the big rage in California and shit. That was the big thing that was in the news.
Well, hold on, CJ. First of all, she's not terribly wrong, because there was a big earthquake in the 2010s. Except it wasn't in America, it was in Japan, and that was in 2011.
This is true.
So the movie isn't... The movie was just off by a year, different country, but still same thing happened.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, like I said, for stuff like that to happen, it has to be something really big, grand, and cataclysmic for society to have something to replace something that quick. And on top of that, for it to lose their balls that way. The only reason why I say that is because I'm like, wait a minute, that's 2032?
Uh-huh.
Wait a minute. I will be turning 50 the next year. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me in between 30 years we become that fucking ballless?
Yeah. One Dr. Cocteau, he is the godfather of this new world.
I'm not even trying to like hamper the movie, because like I said, I fucking love this movie. Let's go into it. But look, for shit like that to happen, it takes a long time, and it has to be drastic change, because I'm like, wait a minute, they got to be 50-year-olds walking around there saying, hey man, you remember in 1994 when we were blowing up shit? But then again, whatever, not a big deal.
Did you guys have like an agreement between Japan and between Asian and Muslim culture? Because what's up with everybody rocking these clothes?
Kimonos and...
Think about it. I think, more and more I think about it with the names and all that, I really, truly do believe that Steven Seagal was in the fucking writing room with fucking...
I mean, like, there is this whole movie, it seems like San Angeles, yes, after the big earthquake.
Yeah.
Los Angeles and San Diego combined efforts. They combined efforts into one thing, the San Angeles and stuff. And...
Look, I'll be honest with you. I am waiting until we get to that future where like New York City is too many people living in New York City, and they got to make old New York and new New York. I'm waiting for shit like that.
Oh, you mean like Jersey and New York got to do the Cyclops and Ryu handshake and shit?
Yes, it'd be like New. Shit like that.
Hold on, DC. First of all, according to a classic song, old New York was once New Amsterdam.
New Amsterdam. No, he's right. Yeah, he's actually right. So look, all the northern New Jersey will be like another borough of New York and shit. You know what I mean? They call, I don't know. Look, this is a joke for all you fucking comic book nerds. I don't know, Bloodhaven. Let's go with that. That's what
Sorry, I gotta imagine like fucking San Diego and Los Angeles having that whole. You remember when Hulk Hogan and Macho Man tried to shake hands and shit like that? That's how it happened. It's like I don't know.
San Diego Zoo is going to join the LA beaches. What the LA beaches like Venice Beach are gonna be hand to hand with you, brother. Ooh, the Padres and the Dodgers. Yeah, like the
Padres and the Dodgers, the cream of the crop.
The Lakers and the San Diego Comic-Con. like all the gangsters were clearly with the cartel. And the Bloods and Crips together at last. Yeah, St. Angeles. Now, here's the question I got, guys, because actually both of you are more familiar with it than I am. I know it's an hour apart, so that hour apart of San Diego and LA, what the fuck happens to the rest of that?
I don't know.
Is that still part of San Angeles?
I don't know. This department is literally smack dab in the middle of downtown, what was formerly downtown LA.
Oh, how fucking actually nice looking that place is. No bullshit.
Yeah, that's what I said. This movie had a very it painted a future that it's clean, like not too clean, but clean. You know.
Yeah, it looks sterile, man. It looks like everything smells like motherfucking Lysol out there, man.
New car smell, just walking out.
And you gotta think about
car smell. We had the early designs of Tesla.
Bruh, you, Luke, as a kid, I wanted that car. All them self-driving cars.
I thought they were ugly, but I the self-driving thing. Everybody liked that self-driving thing, man.
Auto-inflate tires? Nigga,
I still...
auto-inflate tires.
Yo, man, they're trying to make those right now. That's a real thing.
I think the military has like a prototype of one for their vehicles.
Yeah, and Goodyear has already made one for the car, but it's not going to be able. You know, they can't mass produce it now yet. It's a lot of rubber that goes into making a non-flat tire. Mm-hmm. You put that tire on your it's not going to run flat. No, these ain't run flats. These are tires that are made never to wear out.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh, that sounds expensive.
Never to wear out. But put it this way, you put it on, it'll be like 7 years before you even think about looking at your tires.
You know what
how much you looking at something like that? Was that like $1,000 a tire?
They can't practically make it yet.
Yeah.
But they're still trying to find ways of doing it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Of course they're going to try to find ways. But look, the point is like that look at that car, I will give it that. I will give you this. As much as I don't like it, the whole car as a whole, it's very relatable because one thing that Star Trek did very well was predicting technology. Mm-hmm. And the one thing I saw at the break, like, they're clearly using FaceTime/Skype. Yeah, the resolution will be a whole lot better, but yeah, that makes sense.
iPads talking to people.
Nigga, and the thing I was like, man, that's stupid, man. I never understand the computerized voice. We were, oh my God, Alexa and Google's. Holy shit.
Bruh, here's the funny thing. That the running joke in this movie, if you catch it, no matter where they're at, other than the underground space, if anybody cusses, you can hear in the background the fucking alarm go off. It is hilarious.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Where Simon's talking to the doctor, and he's like, yeah, man, fuck all that. You hear way in the background.
Simon Phoenix, you are now fine a corner credit. I was like, God damn it.
You're right, Chris. This is a small little joke because you just hear faintly in the background go off. I love that. That's great.
Even when freaking Spartan tells Cocktail be fucked, you hear it in the background. I'm like, this is a serious moment, and you hear it, and it's like, God damn it.
Yes, that's pretty.
But like we cut to Lenina talking to the doctor in the cryo, and Lenina is basically kind of the equivalent of a American otaku, just fascinated with everything from the 90s, like cop movies, just the good old days. Everything is just fascinating.
Just everything. Not even the 90s, just everything from the 20th century period.
Yeah, and like, and she's like, this is kind of what makes her very endearing and cute in a way. She's like a little kid that doesn't know better because of where she, like, this is the new environment. So like, she's seeing, I mean, I'm jumping ahead, but John Spartan killing people. He's like, oh my God, that's so great. And John's like, I just killed somebody. All right, like, relax. It's like, chill. All right, this is serious. I get it. Sometimes beating up people is nice, but this is serious. But like, she's like waiting for the days because I mean, she's a cop, but it's so fucking boring in this world because at most, they're arresting people for curfew violations. That's about it. That's all the action.
Graffiti. Wait a minute. Wait, we had a call because of graffiti? Oh my God, was there a calling all card? What happened?
Oh man, yeah, she definitely longs for it. But we have one Bob Gooten, who, well, hey, he's always good for a role. He plays the douchebag chief, who was like, yeah, because we didn't really need to do all cars for graffiti. It's no need.
You know what?
Like,
You know what? I like
now,
that.
look, I will
I
not
like
put
how-
up listen, I will not deal with this level of insubordination. After all, when you've had a man with swoopy hair tip you over a table and then proceeds to point at his eyeball just to torture you to get information about a bat that I had nothing to do with. Oh yes, that was another life. I'm sorry.
When nature's calling.
I'll be here all.
I'd like to give Eris 15 points for that. I like to give Eris
everybody.
Eris, I'd like to give you 15 points. I hope you take that. I hope you take the 15 points. Add that to your dexterity and add it to your fucking shield. We need you to actually. No. He needs defense, man. He needs defense, man. I don't know why you say that. And also, first off, I gotta get like Chris. Eris, you didn't give Eris no type of attack points when you started this shit, man.
First off,
he's the lowest attack.
I played too much Fallout. I put all my shit in charisma so I can talk my way out of shit. So there you go.
I mean, look, how the fuck? Look, Chris. I understand that you made me the tank for whatever reason. I don't know why you made me the tank. But I'm fine with that shit. But how is it that I deal the most damage and you don't use me and you got Eris who's the fastest one and he ain't got no goddamn speed? Also, he has no fucking defense. You packing all his shit into magic. The nigga don't got magic, nigga.
So lopsided.
Do I look like a cleric? Like, do I look like a mage or a cleric to you?
Also, way to go, Chris. Let me make D Barrett. Fuck you. Look, this is Tifa, and my titties ain't big enough.
I guess I'm Sid, even though I don't fucking smoke, but all right.
All the nerds are outraged.
I'm really mad at Eris. That's one of Eris's complaints. And they're like, y'all fuck all that. Look, does this look like Tifa to you? Yeah, man, his titties need to be bigger. Hey, look, here's Chris. You know what, Eris, I agree with you, but do you have to flash them at me? Yeah.
I mean, look at him.
I'm being weirdly turned on right now.
No. Actually, I was gonna say that you're looking away. Why am I looking a little bit way too hard?
Like I think I got a hard on, and there it goes.
Like D. So what? Do you enjoying this? Oh yeah, I am. I am. And don't worry, Eris, I'm not getting your erection. Somehow they did not animate Barrett with a dick. Don't know how they didn't do that.
But they did give me a lot of cuss words. It's kind of weird.
But they did give you a lot of motherfucking cuss words. Look, here's me. So the black man's only good for cussing and not fucking no woman on the. That's kind of deep. Damn, Japan.
The fact that he pointed let's get to the root of that conversation. This man said that I was monitoring your comments with the warden. I'm like, wait, hold on. First of all, we really do live that life now, don't we?
Patriarch, motherfucker.
Everything is monitored. Everybody knows what we're doing.
Hey, 9/11.
Say goodbye to your privacy.
9/11 is what happens when everybody was like, we need to stop them terrorists by any means necessary. Yeah, sure. Patriot. All right, cool.
One of my favorite jokes on Harvey Birdman was Reducto talking to. He said, yes, Birdman, they monitor all your calls. Give me your phone. Dirty bomb. Stop. 9/11. He's like fertilizer. NATO for president.
God damn it, I love that show.
Stephen Colbert's Reducto was my nigga, yeah. I swear to God.
Oh my God. They LoJack people. Yes, folks, when you get taken out of cryo, you get put with a fucking chip, which LoJack your ass.
Yeah.
This is getting close. This shit is getting close.
Again,
hey, look,
the world that we are possibly living in.
Nigga, we already chipping animals, all right? You're right, D. We're almost there.
Hey, look. Hey, guys, look.
Hold on.
No, Eris, I got it. Eris, before you say it, look, before you say it, no. There's no way we can do that. Now, if you excuse me, I got to turn on my GPS and find out how to get to the Pizza Hut.
Exactly.
First of all, I was going to point out the other thing. The other thing being Like, you notice how when COVID-19 popped up, Bill Gates decided to step down from everything Microsoft and go into philanthropy, and his I guess like his idea of a cure or vaccine would have a chip in it.
Oh, go fuck yourself, Bill. Fuck you. I love you, Microsoft, but fuck you.
Look. The only reason I'm not saying nothing is because you did go into philanthropy, and that's good. But I'm not stupid, Bill. I know you and Solid Snake have been killing Metal Gears all over the fucking world. And
Diamond
actually,
Dog, sir. Diamond Dog.
Diamond Dog.
Look. It's getting to the point of terrorism, and not a good type of terrorism. Okay, sir. So you're not toppling tyrannical governments as you're stopping people that could topple tyrannical governments. So I'm just saying, Bill Gates, I'm against you.
I swear to God,
But that being said, I'm about to build a PC. So
Bill is naked snake and his wife is fucking Master Miller with the fucking crutches and the missing arm.
That motherfucker. No. Bill Gates is clearly an emirate. He is clearly an emirate.
I don't know, man. Bill, like, he might fade somebody, all right? Emmerich, not so much. I'm just saying.
Fade somebody.
Don't let the Walmart brand sweater and jeans fool you, man. He might take you out.
Yo, man, you know Bill Gates is actually trying to stop all these people from launching Metal Gears and all that. But he finds out this vamp person, but you find out that Apple actually made it. Hold on, but it's an Apple product. And Bill's like, oh, that's my first, I made that years ago. Shit, I knew that. I knew that shit. Damn. Fuck am I tripping about?
Oh my God, man. After he finds out Steve Jobs is behind all this shit, he's like, God damn it, Steve, even in death you find me.
Steve Jobs show up like motherfucking Big Boss at the end of that.
Oh God, that is horrible. Dude, he CQCs Bill Gates into a hug.
Let it go. Let it go.
Here's Bill. I've been let it go, motherfucker. I made more money than you.
All of a sudden Steve is like, oh, quite quiet here, aren't we?
You're an unoriginal hack. Why would I've been let it go with you? Only thing I hate about you is that you have a longer penis than me. How do you know about my penis? That's not the point, Steven. You're still alive?
All of a sudden,
but it's okay.
Fuck.
Look, William, it's okay. I know about, I know everything. They did it again. Fuck, die.
Hey, yo, why do you old
this
guys
is terrible?
Talking to each other in a monologue.
This is terrible. I'm sorry. Can we please go back to Demolition?
Anyway.
Yo, get over here to the cemetery. The Steve Jobs looking nigga been monologuing for the last 18 minutes.
I know we could draw something. Look, I know we could draw many parallels. We could draw so many parallels to the from this movie to every other form of media and even real life.
I'm sorry. One more part. Oh shit! Where the fuck you get that type of gun from?
A Patriot. The Patriot has an Apple logo on it.
Hold on, there's an Apple logo, and there's an Apple logo, but right above it is a scratched out Nokia logo.
It's like, son of a bitch.
Oh God. Okay, look, everybody. I got in complaints. Somebody said we do this a little bit too much. I'm sorry. Fuck y'all. This is beautiful. When we do this shit, it's hilarious. I really don't mean to do it. Let's get back to this wonderful movie.
So she's talking to the prison warden and stuff, and again she's just like, oh, it just feels so sad. There's nothing there. And he's like, hey, we've been at peace for 30 years and stuff. It's all good. It's great and stuff. And the chief is looking at her, reprimanding her, and this is kind of showing the tone of this society. She immediately apologizes, like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I was out of line." And then she goes back and says, "Sack the man on his asshole," and then boom, she got fucking fined and shit.
You've been fined 1 credit.
Now this is where it gets interesting. So Simon Phoenix is up for parole, which already red flags. I'm like, how the fuck this fool get paroled?
How did he get parole before Spartan.
Exactly. So you're already kind of like, if you've been paying attention, you're kind of like, how did he? Okay, fine. And it's funny because as the guy is talking to him about this future and stuff, he's sitting up there repeating it in Spanish, and I'm fucking dying laughing at that shit.
You know what I was thinking? Now, you know what I was thinking when Wesley was doing it? I said, you know, Wesley, you've been in this torture, that torture rack before. How come, where was this in Blade Trinity?
I know, right?
You know how hilarious that would have been if he would have been responding and all that in Romanian?
Man, look, here's what was funny. So, all of a sudden, what was the word to get him out the cuffs of the chair? I think was it something bunny?
Oh, teddy bear.
Teddy bear. And all of a sudden gets out and literally just CQCs the fuck out of both fucking guards. And this is where I really just love Simon, is where he's toying with the dude. All of a sudden, when the guy asks him, how'd you know the code to the security cuffs? I don't know. I just guessed. I'm like, okay, wow, okay, he's done. And then he gets the guy, and he gets the pin, and you already know what time it is.
This is, you know what? He actually quotes him and says, "Let's get this done quick."
Man,
I'm like, oh, don't you do it? Don't you do it?
Oh man, I was not expecting the eyeball, but I should have expected
eyeball cleanly. He cleanly took the eyeball out. He cut off the back part and everything, made it a perfect circle, looking like the Neversoft logo.
I mean, the guy that he beat up, I mean, when the police department hears 187, which I'm laughing because they immediately was like, what's a 187? And I'm like, oh, shit. Damn.
Like, murder, death, kill. Murder, death, kill. The fact that they kept repeating. Now, as it was repeating, here's me. Somebody in the late 90s made that their screen name.
Yeah. You know what somebody did? No, the best line, though, comes from Rob Schneider. What's going on?
We're police officers.
Oh, no,
We're not trained for this.
We haven't hit that yet. We haven't hit
that. Not that part yet.
Okay.
But yeah, go
ahead. Now, here's the thing. So they're...
And clearly, there's something that needs to be said. I think Stallone kind of likes Rob Schneider.
Yeah, this is the second movie he had him in.
Yeah, they did at least 2 movies with each other. I want to say 3, but I think it's only 2.
Yeah, it was this, and then he did Judge Dredd after this. So yeah, he clearly likes some of this stuff. But like, they're tracking down Simon Phoenix. You know, he already wrecked house. He killed the fucking doctor in the parking lot, stole his car and shit. I'm like, god damn, like he just already on the roll, killed 5 people. Jesus.
Well, you gotta think about it, man. You gotta really think about it, man. He's not. This whole future is not equipped to deal with anybody that's going to do over 50 miles per hour in their car on manual. Okay, so they don't know how to deal with anything. Imagine a Mayberry cop dealing with the Crips and Bloods. That's not going to fucking work.
Andy Griffith would not know what to do. He'd be like, what do we do?
All right, boys. Who the fuck you calling boy, nigga? All right, now get back in the car, drop.
This is why they can. This is exactly why they could never do In the Heat of the Night in today's world. It's like, that ain't gonna work, dog.
Oh man, In the Heat of the Night. You think about it, in Georgia, in today's Georgia, being diverse. Like one side is rednecks and the other side.
This is in Mississippi, D. So.
Oh yeah. Mississippi. I don't know why I said Georgia, but yeah, Mississippi. I forgot. Oh shit, yeah. You could. I would love to see Heat of the Night now. I think you could. It could still be successful. I'm not even bullshitting. It could be the same type of fucking setup. You could do it in today's Mississippi. It'll work the same way, man.
Yeah, but like Simon is
I see that.
But Simon is wrecking house over everybody, and Lenina, she's going through the computer and stuff, and they track the doctor's car, and all of a sudden Bob Gutton is like, all right, or Chief Earl, that's his name, is all like, all right, protect the serve. We already know where he's at right now. And this
all got a smile on their face, like this nigga going really.
Dude, the music though, when they played it, they were all like, glorious, we won. I'm like, you didn't win, you just tracked them. Like, no, you didn't win.
Like, congratulations.
I love how they went and used a user's manual to try to take them down.
Yeah, calmly with an assertive voice. I'm like, yo.
No, with this or else at the end of it. Simon Phoenix, come out with your hands out, or else. And that pisses off Phoenix at that point. Like, all right, I'll humor this. Why not? Fuck it. I'll humor you.
This motherfucker begins to wash these niggas with one fucking hand. I mean, literally. He's kicking his hands He is kicking their ass with ease, a little bit too much ease.
He throws a guy
Simon,
out of a car, which already tells you something was up.
And then he starts typing on the computer like he knows everything. He doesn't know why he's doing it.
He's getting the suggestive hints to kill one Edgar Friendly. Don't you have a job to do, Edgar Friendly? Like, okay.
It's like, go do your job.
And here's the funny thing. Now, if you've been watching movies long enough and you've never seen it, you would probably know off the break, it's probably some underground cult, or it's somebody within the government. You probably pretty much know where it's going on after this point.
Manchurian Candidate kind of shit.
Yeah, but at the same time, when you look at it, hey, the movie is a little bit more than just he shows back up. I'm coming back to kill him. Boom, boom, boom. He's gone. It's a little bit more. So to give the movie credit, there is a bit of a plot.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing of it is, like Dave said, he's watching the cops. I think the black cop was the one that got off lucky because he just got punched. He just got kicked in the chest, and that's it.
Like, what, belt kicked in the chest?
He came out pretty good. Everybody else is like, oh, you did. Yeah, you might be paralyzed, dog. But black dude, he gave a fighting chance.
Actually, no. Black dude got a Home Alone trap.
True.
What happened to him? Wait a minute, did he get like tossed into something?
No, the black dude.
Oh yeah, it was two black people. Yeah, I forgot.
He activated. No. Hold on, I got you. The first one, he activated the anti-graffiti wall trap, and that just shocked him. So yeah, he's messed up for a while. And the other black guy, I had to sit there and feel bad because I'm like, come on, Wesley, how you gonna beat up the black man who already had to job his defeat to Batman and falling off of a bell tower?
I mean,
wow, really?
Yeah, same guy.
It was the same guy.
Hey Chris, wasn't it that we tripped over a black stuntman not too long ago that did a whole lot of movies and he was on Batman?
It was the one that was in the Cynthia Rothrock movie that we watched.
No, was it him?
Yeah, it was him.
The Eddie Murphy looking ass nigga.
Yeah, it might have been him.
Remember, he's a stunt coordinator too, so it probably was. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know.
Might be a connection.
I'm not looking.
Now, however, I did like seeing Wesley mock him with that old-timey boxing style.
It's like, oh. No,
yeah, you with the Johnson niggas.
Dude, the one that got me was Olay! And that's when Rob Schneider was like, we didn't quit for this. We never quit this at all.
It's like, we're cops. What is this?
What is this? We're cops. Meanwhile, I have to laugh because Bill Cobbs, he plays the wise old black man, as I dubbed him in this movie.
AKA, you come to find out he was the helicopter pilot from earlier in the movie.
Now, what I laughed about it was he gives the exposition when they're looking for who killed the doctor, and he was like, it's Phoenix. It's Simon Phoenix.
Oh, I got, hold on, CJ, I got you. Like, Simon Phoenix, this man's never been coded. Like, he's a villain like no other. He's his skills and violence of all types of mayhem, the likes you ain't never seen before. I should know. I shot him in the chest on a stairwell, and he did the smoothest falling off of a rail. I don't know how he survived and went on a massive killing spree in L.A.
Son of a bitch, he got 9 lives.
I mean, but the man, but I felt I was justified in doing it because the man was killing his own people with crack.
I mean, look, all I'm saying is this. I felt bad for his character because by
really, D?
What?
Really, D? You ain't come on, D. I make that connection.
No, I'm sorry. I was just looking up. Nah, that wasn't Homeboy. That was Chuck Jeffrey. He wasn't in this. Okay. And that being said, Eris, you are not going to mention an equally good movie. Another movie.
But but I feel bad for his character because by the time you get to the middle of the movie, he just disappears. He's gone. He doesn't exist.
Yeah, he peaced out real quick.
I'll see y'all later.
Bro, that's what he did. They go into the sewers. And he's like, yeah, I'll stay here with the car. All right, it's 3 o'clock. Let me get my ass to Denny's. Fuck this. But nah, he explains it all this stuff. So like I said, Phoenix is doing there, and after he beats the guys again, funny line like, Simon says freeze! And the home of the brave. Play ball!
Simon says sing.
Oh my god, man. So at this point, you know, Simon is basically wrecking house and stuff. So they're back at the police precinct, and George Earl's like, well, how do we stop him and all that stuff? And that's when Lena asks Zachary Lamb, that's his Bill Cobb's character, like, hey, how'd you capture Phoenix? He's like, yeah, you know, TV spots on America's Most Wanted, you know, plenty of, you know, all the undercover.
No, not America's Most Wanted. Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah, Unsolved Mysteries. I forgot about that show. Wow.
I thought that was hilarious that he used that.
Unsolved Mysteries, everything. He was like, none of them worked. But what did work was one, John Spartan. And then, boom, they bring up his old archive files from back in the day. Like, do you think it was necessary for you to destroy a whole $1 million mini mall for one girl whose ransom was only $20,000? Fuck you, lady.
That girl became the GOAT for me.
I mean, hey, you know, and the fact that he said,
I don't know. I don't know. I felt that if you believed her saying "fuck you," it would have been a little bit more funny to me.
True.
It would have been funnier.
Tiny little bit more funnier.
Funny, you know what's funny? If you watch this on like TBS and stuff, they do bleep it out, so the comedy effect does kind of like kick in and stuff. Which, yeah. So it depends and stuff. Funny enough, I think there is an extended version of this that hit on TV, but it didn't really add much of anything.
Yeah, you know, it's probably one of those things. But no, I just said the bleeping thing because it is kind of funny when you bleep cuss words. Sometimes it makes it funnier.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Oh, definitely. You know, easily and stuff. But they thaw out John Spartan and stuff, and, you know, he gets out there and he gets unthawed and stuff, and he's all like, where am I and stuff, and Lenea's explaining everything and stuff, and he's like, what about my wife, my daughter? Oh, your wife died in the earthquake of, was it 2020 or something like that, 2010 or something like that?
2010.
Yeah, 2010, the big earthquake. What about my daughter? And that's when the chief was like, yeah, we didn't come here for a family reunion. You're lucky you know your wife's dead. But anyways, we need you to capture Simon Phoenix. I'm like, god damn, dude. Like, let the dude chill for a second. Like,
damn, man, does my daughter live in, like, New Oakland? New Oakland, that's stupid. She lives in Oakland.
You say that's stupid, D. That probably is a New Oakland in this world.
No, like, that's stupid. She lives in New Jose. New Jose. Okay, whatever.
New Bakersfield. How about that? Did we just put new in front of everything? I think so.
Actually, she's still in Huntington Beach.
She lives in Old.
They ain't changed the name of that. Nope, that one still stayed the same.
Just Huntington Beach. Still the same.
No. Let's just be honest, guys. No, like, she lives in Disneyland. Oh, what? She lives right beside it? No, all of Orange County is called Disneyland now.
Huh. Interesting.
Makes sense to me.
It makes sense. That's actually the most accurate of everything.
Now, he's unthawing and stuff and trying to make amends of everything. He's asking her for a cigarette. And that's when we found out even more rules about this world.
Let me get a Marlboro. Like, I'll be on it. What's a Marlboro? A cigarette.
Bruh, Benjamin Bratt. Young Benjamin Bratt. Hilarious as the naive cop that really just knows nothing. He was like, what's a Marlboro? I don't understand this. Oh, man, so he asked for a Marlboro.
I got to be honest with you. I don't care how cataclysmic that earthquake was. Philip Morris will still be in business.
Exactly.
I don't give a shit. No.
Oh, man, so as soon as Chief Earl says Simon Phoenix, that's when, John Spartan perks up like, Phoenix. He's like, Phoenix, I could have sworn I put him in jail years ago. He's like, no, he's out alive and killing. And then we cut to after, John Spartan gets his uniform on, and we get the whole thing of him asking what's with the 3 seashells shit, which Dee pretty much explained. It's very weird. I guess you use 2 seashells to clamp the poop out your body, and then the third seashell is to scrape up the remains. And I'm like, okay, cool, but
who sat down and made the diagram is what got me.
All I'm saying is, like, so baby wipes were out the equation. Like, I mean, come on. Like,
kind of like how they are right now.
Dude, I use baby wipes and have never looked back. I'm just saying.
No. See, CJ, I'm just saying, kind of like how they're out of the equation right now. You can't even find them in the store.
Yeah, you sit there and tell people now to use 3 seashells, they're gonna look at you like you lost your goddamn mind.
First of all, I would never. Like, first of all, that's just stupid writing. I would never suggest somebody do that.
Stupid writing, just as much as the same guy that says use disinfectant, he'll probably sit there and push the 3 seashells on us too. You know that, right?
Yeah, I'm quite sure.
Yeah, the 3 seashell thing is just, it's silly.
It's silly. It's silly. I like the joke in it, but at the same time, even as a kid, I was like, I don't get the 3 seashells either. I'm fine, whatever.
Yeah, and the fact that Stallone did what I would have did, walk right up to that motherfucking custom machine. Look, you piece of shit. Fuck you.
I'll be right back. But no, what had me rolling too, John is speaking to his boy Zachary and stuff, and they're dabbing each other. He's like, oh man, son of a bitch, you gotta be shitting me, da-da-da-da. Here's fucking Benjamin. Wow, he's speaking to his friend in very much disgust. It's like, are they friends? I don't get this. And that's when Linnea is like, yeah, they're best friends. It's just how
like this is how no, not just how they did it back in the day, but insecure heterosexual men communicate. This is how they bonded.
It was one step away from her saying these cisnet men. This is how they bonded. You know, that kind of.
That is what she would say. No, that is what she would say if this movie was made today.
Okay.
See, I told you guys. See, that's what the SJWs want. And this is what they want. They want Riri Williams with her kinky hair to be Iron Man. It's stupid.
Actually, if they made Demolition Man today, Sandra Bullock's character would have been the main character.
Ooh. You know
what? It's a hot take.
Hot take, but you know what? It actually would have still been an interesting movie. It would still have been an interesting movie in and of itself anyways, though, if you think about it.
Here's the funny part about that. Somebody that said she needed to be, I'm like, well, she already is, to be honest with you.
Yeah, she's
the smartest person there. She has the best arc of everybody. She actually goes from being nothing to being type of timid and insecure to actually being a bit of an action hero herself. She has one of the best arcs in the movie. So why do you want to change it? She's not the lead.
No, D. See, you misheard. I said she would have been the main character, and Sly's character probably would have got killed off in the beginning of the movie.
Oh yeah, they would have done that.
Man.
It'll be a little thing where she becomes the Demolition Man because she watches all his old shit.
She wears the fucking beret at the end.
All of a sudden, it does look.
Sly's not even a movie outside of archive footage that she watched of him.
Look, and then the worst part, because you know they do it, it'd be like some weird Stranger Things thing where it's like some nostalgia for no fucking reason. Look, she's listening to 1993 rock and roll. God!
Listen to fucking Led Zeppelin.
The Demolitioner, or some bullshit like that.
God, don't give Hollywood ideas, D. You're doing this now. There's gonna be somebody. We're in a coronavirus, dog. Shit, Hollywood is shut down. They're gonna mine for ideas here. All right, I'm telling you right now.
Here's the fucked up part about it is I know somebody's saying, so what's so wrong about that? You have to see how ridiculous that is, because you would actually give her less power by doing
less agency too.
A whole lot less agency. She's following the footsteps of a man. Ain't that kind of counterproductive of not her finding out who she is on her own?
Exactly. That's
it's amazing how we just debunk not only the asshole who calls us SJW, but we also flipped it on the girl who is proud to be an SJW that will say some retarded, non-creative bullshit like that.
That's the thing. I think when you look at this movie, like Dee pointed out perfectly, she had a very good arc. You saw it in front of you right there.
Her arc was very well written.
Yep, and and to be honest with you, outside of Phoenix, she's the most likable character.
Yeah. She learns things over time.
Yeah, why do you like her? I like her because she's cute. Because she's cute because of what she does. All the things, let's blow this guy. Like, that's hilarious. No,
that is hilarious.
Look, am I thinking about Sandra Bullock blowing a guy? Kind of, but look, what it is.
No, but like I said, when I was talking about her, it's a very innocent. She's like a kid that's innocent, just in a way you don't know better.
X for sex. It's like, oh, she wants penis. And then the scene went weird. But look, let's go on.
We'll talk about that. But anyway, so they find out Simon Phoenix when the guy was like, Simon Phoenix can't find a gun. There's no guns here except a museum. And that's when Chief Earl's like, son of a bitch. God damn it.
I love that cutaway. That cutaway to the museum.
Priceless. Dude, as soon as he said the only place you can get a gun is a museum, I'm like, yeah, no shit, dude. What the fuck? What did you think was gonna happen?
So this is the same time. This is the same Simon Phoenix who's already like hacking away at computers like a madman. Check out War Games over here.
Bruh, Simon Phoenix had the best line when he got to the museum, right? So he's looking for the guns and stuff, and he's creating a scene, and he punches the glass, and the glass doesn't break. And he realizes, all right, he has to throw something at it and stuff, right? And there's nothing there to throw at it and stuff. And that's when the guy was like, pardon me, sir, what's your boggle? My boggle? How much you weigh?
How much do you weigh?
Throws his ass in there. Best line ever out of the whole thing. After he gets the guns, he did the exact same thing I would ask. Hold up. If this is the future, where's the phaser guns?
Right. So where's the phaser and ray guns and stuff? Where's all that at?
And that I know it might sound like a dumb line, but I like that kind of line because it's like any one of us have been like, where's the flying cars? Where's the phaser guns? What's going on here?
Man, you can't tell me you ain't got no little heat gun or no shit like that. They'll blow their head on like, pew, pew. We ain't got none of that shit now.
And we do have a gun. Look, the gun that they show, that seems pretty, again, very realistic. It's kind of like a real gun almost.
I was just about to say, I just would have said, where's the mini rail guns?
I mean, that gun was actually pretty good. And what had me laughing, it was on that Windows download tip of like, it takes about 2.5 minutes to download a fucking ammo for this gun. I'm like, God damn, 2 minutes? Shit.
This man, and here we have, we got freaking Simon with lines that really didn't age well. Well, I wouldn't say age well, just lines that were incredibly dated. I need batteries. Where's the electronics store? Where's the Radio Shack at?
All right. Give him to give him credit. Radio Shacks were everywhere in 96. So you got
This is true.
I'll give him that. But still, when you look back and
like Eris, if that happened to you, you were like, get the fuck out of here. Where the Best Buy? Best Buy. Oh, that went out of that went out of our business. You like, motherfucker, y'all ain't got shit here.
Hey, no. Actually, for me and Eris, it'd be like, so did Micro Center survive? Yes, it did.
Exactly.
In fact, it's actually a franchise now. Oh my God. Woo.
Look. Woo, it survived. You go in there, everything is marked the fuck up in this bitch.
but even then, I'm just gonna be sitting around like, it's about on brand. Can't really complain about that. Huh.
Here's Eris, and he knows he don't need them. Here's Eris. 50 cents for a whole stack of CDs.
In the future, where everything is like in a microchip implanted in your head, you're still contemplating 50 cent CDs.
Eris is over there like, look, those are 100 DVDs. Do you know what I can do with this?
Sir, you can download the movie in your head. I don't care. I want the CDs, goddammit.
Hey, you get Eris wrong. This is Eris. Sir, you know you can download that shit.
I also would have added, first of all, I like having physical copies of my memories.
Thank you very much.
Second of all, you can eat the fattest of dicks.
He draws the diagram in his head.
No, because you know that there, even in the future, even right now, there are people that are like that. Hey man, I like owning the physical copies.
You're talking to a guy right now that's like that, to be honest. I need my steelbooks, goddammit, but you can do digital. Fuck you, steelbooks.
There's one thing I have been itching to do for the last few years, but good God, does it get expensive very quick. I've been thinking about collecting baseball cards again. Oh my God, it's expensive.
And D, just like you, hold on, D, just like you, it's expensive and it's crazy. And CJ, just like you collect steelbooks. Look at me, I collect vinyls.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You want the physical copy. You want it.
Then we have kids, and all of a sudden our kids are gonna be like, "Oh, vinyls, man, this is old school." A little bit more old school than that, son.
I know, right? Old school. Like, let me see that CD. CD. this is old school.
Yo, no. Kids in the day know what a CD is. Fuck their life up. Throw out a motherfucking, not a VHS, throw out a motherfucking 8-track. Their whole life will be like, so where does it go in? How does it sound? Wait. Why is this thing so big?
Oh no! Here's the mother-in-law ones.
I would mess up their mind even more and throw a mini disc at them.
Actually,
yeah.
You gotta remember, it never took off. It never took off in the States.
But they were kind of equated to like the fucking PSP UMDs a little bit. So it's
they
like,
were they were, and I could also flip that, pull out the video CDs from China.
Yeah. So I mean, but my thing is this though: if you really want to blow their minds, let me get this right. You actually had to listen to the whole album. Fuck that up.
Well, yeah. I showed them a my kids see VCR like, yeah, that's got to fast forward like that, and I was so funny. He's like, and my son was like, yeah, you can't skip nothing. I'm like, yeah, I know, it sucks.
It's like, listen to this album on this cassette tape. Good luck fast forwarding to your favorite part.
Oh my God, I think cassette tapes will fuck up kids, but because because white writers are all 55 years old, all kids magically have a fucking tape out of nowhere. Come the fuck on, man.
But anyways,
got a fucking kiss tape.
Now we talk about this police department. They have electro batons, which is dope as fuck. I gotta admit.
Yeah, the electric batons are pretty cool.
No. The best batons ever are actually in Minority Report. The hurl sticks.
Woo!
I one of them. The hurl sticks in Minority Report are the best ones. You hit somebody with that,
bruh,
awesome.
All I'm saying is this. I mentioned that too at the top, like Minority Report. I'm like, I'm shocked. I'm shocked that we don't even have some of that technology. I mean, we got drones, but
shot stick. Look, we could do the shot stick. We can do that. Look, we got cattle prods, man, so we can do a shot stick. That ain't nothing, man. I'm shocked, no pun intended, that we don't have that right now. But as a black man, I'm glad we ain't got that shit.
Well, D, clearly, black man from off of Cops showed that we are immune to electricity when he said, bitch.
I'm going to get you, bitch. No, Chris, that was a man that was on cocaine and boat. That's why he didn't feel none of that.
But anyways...
That woke up drinking at 6:30.
Well, the wife beater did kind of say it all too. So there you go.
Man, look, man, the motherfucking sandals, the red eyes, the fact that you can smell that nigga through the TV, and you were like, nigga, you smell like MGD and Marlboro cigarettes. Is that crack? Yeah, it's crack, nigga. You got a problem with it?
Now, here's the thing, John immediately gets enamored by the batons and stuff, and he's like, all right, you guys wait out here, I'll go in the museum. And we get an actual funny fight because John is fighting Simon, and he figures out immediately during the course of the fight that, Simon is actually a little bit more powerful than I used to, because he's eating these punches pretty good. What's going on here?
It wasn't even just that. He's also became a little bit more racist as well.
I know,
because
right?
earlier in the movie, in that scene, you see Simon, he's walking through the museum looking for the gun section, right? And he came across a group of Chinese tourists, and he started mocking them and mocking them.
I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ!
When I saw that, I was like, Wesley, you are married to a Korean woman. That is not okay. Again, that does not give you the golden pass.
Again, as Dee pointed out, the theory of him doing coke during this movie is ringing true, because I'm pretty sure that was an improvised line, and the director was like, that was great. How do you put that in the script?
I guarantee you, Wesley probably looked back at that and said, oh, God, what have I done?
I'm pretty sure it's...
Here's Joe Silver. Here's Joe Silver. Look.
No, wait. How high was I?
Here's Joe Silver. Oh man, as a person who is still currently high, but I'm coming down, man. I haven't done coke in 15 hours. That's a minute for me. So just to let you know, you did quite a lot of blow, okay? You did quite a lot of blow. That's all I gotta say. But that being said, when you did the line, you started crying. We had to cut off tape. It It was a sad moment. What was I crying about? You said something about you lost your identity with the African American community, how black women don't care about you no more, even though that you care about black women a whole lot. But that the fact that you love Korean women doesn't mean the fact that you do not love the sisters that are around you. They are beautiful, equally beautiful. It's just that the woman that has your heart is a Korean woman, and there's nothing you can do about that. I said, oh, that shit? Something like that. And then you start doing blow again. So it was an awesome day.
But did you just love John swinging a fucking big-ass TV like that? I'm like, Jesus Christ, I can't even fucking do that shit.
I mean, look, man, look. That's easily a 50-pound TV, man. Come on now.
13-inch TV. I ain't slinging that shit.
First of all, my question is, how strong was the cords on those TVs back in the 90s?
Okay, let's be real. Some of the cords on those TVs were strong as fuck. Because I can admit, a TV of my parents in the basement, we had a big tube TV in the basement. It almost fell, and I kept it from falling by pulling the cord. Them cords are strong as fuck. Let's be clear on that.
They are.
But I have one bigger question. So, with all that technology, we still got them tubes.
Hey, it was in the... Well, you remember, they were in the vintage 90s section of the museum.
You got me. I'm sorry. You're right.
And so he stole the TV. He shocks Simon Phoenix with the stun baton, which was funny. And Phoenix shoots him back with the phaser weapon and stuff, which was hilarious.
Hey Chris, did you like the one-liner Stallone gave him when he was swinging the TV at him? You're on TV.
Again, that would kill anybody, but somehow Simon Phoenix eats the TV, and I'm like, Jesus Christ! Like,
you know, we'll press it easily. Just again, it was said in the motherfucking script that he survived. Also, Wesley has been doing cocaine most of this movie, so come on.
There you go.
Some of this improvisation is actually a part of the motherfucking stunt coordination. Who knew? Joel Silver puts a lot into his movies.
I mean, can't deny that, man. But Simon rolls out the museum, and he shoots at Dr. Cocteau. And this is where the movie blows its load and tells you outright that Cocteau is the bad guy because... Look. You're right. It didn't keep no fucking secret. I mean, as soon as you heard the voice, because, I mean, you heard it when he was speaking to Chief Earl, but they really doubled down. It's like, don't you have a job to do, Edgar Friendly?
It was him. It was him
all along. Also, Assistant Bob.
Who knew that the government about purity was going to actually have somebody in there that wanted to corrupt everything and be all for himself so he could have the utopia
again.
Yeah, he could be the hero again, and everybody will follow him even more and be more faithful to him. Who knew that it would be this way and not just some random event?
Fastest, as they say.
Can I say that that this movie made me happy because I got a chance to see Otho from Beetlejuice in a kimono?
I mean, yo, man, this is one of his last movies too, so yeah.
Glenn Shadix, man, that dude was great. I
love
him, man. It felt like it was an extension of what he did in Beetlejuice onto this and stuff.
It really is. But then again, he played the same thing. Oh, I'm actually borderline gay, if not gay, in this movie, and I'm playing the assistant.
That is true. I mean, hell, if you listen to him as the mayor in The Nightmare Before Christmas, is borderline on that level too. So you're right.
Yes, sir.
I loved him in Jackie Chan Adventures. I love when we did that episode talking about that.
He was great.
Oh man. So Cocteau, after Simon Phoenix runs off and stuff, he invites John Spartan to in my version of Demolition Man, Pizza Hut, but other versions, Taco Bell.
I was just about to ask you guys that. Like, what version did you guys get when you watched it? And I got the story on that, by the way.
I got the story too. I have the DVD that has Taco Bell. I saw there's a copy on Amazon that's Pizza Hut.
I know. I got the story on that. So basically, when the movie came out overseas, Taco Bell wasn't over there. Ooh. And because that would throw people off, I guess, they couldn't connect with it, they used Pizza Hut. So they digitally changed all of the Taco Bell images to Pizza Hut.
Oh, it's noticeable the line too because you can clearly see Stallone saying Taco Bell mouthing it, but apparently he went back and dubbed himself as his voice saying Pizza Hut at Taco Bell, and they got the food the Pizza Hut part they cut out. They didn't show the food. They just said, "Oh, that's nice."
Actually, no. I was gonna say no. They still showed the food. Those little tiny tacos. They actually did show it.
Oh, okay. Well, my version of it cut away from it and stuff, unless it's probably just different. But whatever. Either which way, yeah.
But it's interesting when you look at it. They both are owned by the same parent company. So it's kind of funny
but the backstory is hilarious because when Lena says, "Oh yeah, in the franchise wars, Taco Bell took over everything," I'm like, "What? Franchise wars? Did people get killed? What the fuck happened?"
I was thinking the same thing. I think people died. I'll be honest with you.
You from McDonald's? Bow, bow, bow. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
McDonald's, nigga. No, actually, that's my good question. How did McDonald's lose? I'm just going to be real. Of all of them, how did McDonald's
I can tell you how they lost, dude. They tried to come out with that McPizza and the mixed spaghetti, and it was god awful, and that tanked them.
Ooh, well, yeah, this movie's reality. I can see that.
No. Here's theirs. Yeah. Also, Jack in the Box carpet bombed them like all of their main office, and that really dealt that big blow to them.
You said mixed spaghetti. I would say McTacos. That's what fucked them.
The McTacos.
Yo, wonderful. No. When you said Jack in the Box, they survived. No, they didn't. That was their last big attack.
It was a suicide mission.
Hey Chris, I decided to go with, I decided to mention like actual products from McDonald's that they tried and didn't work.
I know you were talking about. I was going to say McTacos seems like the next thing they would probably try to do too.
The McPizza though, man. Ew.
Hey, there's still spots to this day that still sells the McDonald's pizza. That's not even joking. I think it's a place in Canada that does it apparently.
But here's the funny thing about that. If 7-Eleven pizza is saving people from dying on the street, why the fuck the McPizza has not turned? That's how bad pizza is.
7-Eleven pizza is mid as fuck, but god damn it, if I really want a pizza in a clutch, fuck it. Give me a slice. God damn it.
Let me get this fucking public school pizza before it turns into cardboard.
You'll eat it and you'll be like, I'm satisfied for right now.
Jesus, all right.
I mean, first of all, do you know full well that public school pizza was like near expiration date Emilio's pizza?
You know what? Here's the sad part about it. Either A, and I admit this, D's a fat ass, but some days that shit be bomb as hell. I don't know.
You want to know when it's bomb, D? Is when you're the first person in line to get that pizza.
Bro, you get that first cut. That first cut. Psh.
Woo! That's how 7-Eleven pizza is. 7-Eleven pizza straight out the oven is like, this is basic as fuck, but this is gonna rock, son.
Basic ass goddamn pepperoni pizza, but you know what? I got fucking 4 fucking pepperonis on this motherfucker, hey, don't I? Exactly.
I'm gonna crush this shit. Fuck what you heard.
But they won the franchise wars, right? So they go on a dinner.
Sorry, Taco Bell win. Anyway,
Taco Bell won. They go to dinner, and it's kind of a semi-interesting conversation because it's like, John is basically kind of elaborating on like, I was frozen in a hellhole, and this future is very weird and surreal and stuff, and Cocteau is basically sucking himself off on like, yes, I made this world this way. Look at me, bow to me, that kind of shit. And I'm like,
I mean, he gave it away a little bit too much that you're the bad guy.
John already had fucking reservations when he saw fucking Simon in front of him not kill him. But it was kind of like, all right, maybe Simon might have been changed up a little bit. But this was just like, oh, you really just showing yourself out, aren't you? All right, cool.
I mean, John had to know. He had to.
Yeah. But I mean, I think that speech during that Taco Bell thing really just is like, ding, ding, ding. All right, what's your aim, dog? Because you really just sucking yourself off a little too much. Like, even to the point that his young girlfriend was all like, what if I called you a Neanderthal, from back during that time? He's like, I would say thanks.
Like, thanks? The part that got me was when he said, before all of this happened, like before everything became what it was, we went through terrible, terrible times that you seem to long for. And when I heard him say people didn't go, no, people stayed in the house. There were plagues. There was this, that, and this, that. I just said, oh, God, stop it, movie. Stop predicting the future.
And also
It's always awesome when a movie or any type of media just like, hey, this was made 40 years ago.
but also the realization that Trump is the dumber version of Cocteau. He could even try to do this if he wanted to.
All right, first off, look, Cocteau made the world think it was bad to cuss, all right? Donald Trump is nowhere close to this.
Exactly.
Yeah, not even close.
I mean, but it's just like when he's explaining it, it's the whitest shit ever. Where he's like the devastation, the gangs, the da da da. I'm like, you're the white guy that literally locks his doors when black people walk past him, aren't you? Yep.
I call them, and like our society, we call them scraps.
And like, woo, that's a hell of a new way to call somebody a nigga, but they're all right.
Bruh, the racism was oozing out of his mouth.
Scraps. We call these niggas scraps, dog. Ugh.
I mean, hey, look, who knew that Dennis Leary could bring the coalition of trailer trash and hood people together in unity?
Actually, to be honest with you, that sounds like Dennis Leary. The fuck you talking about?
But speaking of which, Dennis Leary plays the leader of the Scraps, who he even though John tells him you can lead these people, he's like, I'm no leader. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, dude. You clearly a lead people. You got a fucking double barrel shotgun gun from Uncharted. You're clearly leading people here, all right?
The pistol.
And clearly, to be honest with you, of all the people down here, you seem to be the most educated. So,
of course, the white guy's educated. We gotta make the white guy educated.
Of course.
And let's be real. When he also met up with him, and he was getting, he was getting a rundown of what, why he does what he does. I was like, oh, Dennis just went into his bit. He went into his stand-up
Did you
bit.
love fucking future Edgar Friendly looking like he was on like fucking LinkedIn and shit? That was his LinkedIn picture.
Yeah.
LinkedIn.
That was a LinkedIn picture that's Edgar Friendly. That's a big stark contrast there.
Like, this
gotta be another picture with him like
running around. Like, this man is running around looking like Liquid Snake with a beard and a duster.
And they're getting food because, again, his character is taking advantage of this docile society. They can steal shit, and what the fuck they gonna do? It's not like people gonna fucking throw a fist back at them. They can just steal the food and do whatever, which is what they've been doing the whole time.
It's like, what are you gonna do? Throw a fist at him?
I mean, because he literally says it. He's like, yeah, these people, they ain't gonna know what we're gonna do. We're just gonna steal the money. They're like clockwork. They're predictable. And I'm like, yeah, he's right. Because you can literally punch somebody, and what the fuck they gonna do? Nothing.
You know the other thing I liked about this new society. The other thing I like about this new society, D, is whenever people or friends or whatever meet each other, they go for a fake high five and pull the Mr. Miyagi wax on, wax off.
Man, when they were celebrating finding Simon Phoenix and fucking Rob Schneider and that dude did that handshake, I was like, oh my god, that is the corniest shit ever.
No, see, back then it was corny. Today, kind of what we do right now.
I still wouldn't do that. What the fuck you talking about? Wakanda forever?
No.
What are you talking about?
I said kind of. I'm saying, well, you got to think about this. I'm not saying that I would do that, but I'm saying it's kind of what we're leaning towards because of what's happening in the world right now. I mean, you think about it. Think about it. We already went into, we can't dap each other up, can't handshake, can't give each other a pound. Instead, we got to bump elbows. Can't even do elbow
first
bumps.
Off, we as black people, we have the black man head nod. We're good. We're fine.
I know. Chris, I know that. Like, Chris, I know that. I'm making a point.
Asshole. First off, sir, we have the head nod. Thank you very much. Be a normal Negro.
Oh my god, man! It's just like Spartan sees the scraps out there about to steal from the Taco Bell car and stuff, and that's when he comes out there. And again, the audience is so enamored at watching John cut down a tent and cover the bad guys and stuff, and they're like, "Oh my god, that was so great!" And I'm like, "He didn't do anything. He just
do shit.
He just cut a tent down. Why are you clapping? Stop clapping."
It's like they just wanted, like, look, they just wanted food. I don't know what you guys are, like, why, like, what are you scared of?
He's frustrated, too, because he was like, they just wanted food. The fuck were you... What? Huh? Huh? And just the fact that Cocteau is still doubling down on his old, they're scraps. They're not part of this society. And I'm like, they just wanted food, dude. Like, can't feed them? Got no homeless shelters here? I guess not.
I mean, nothing.
Nothing, not a zilch. All right, cool. I guess. Oh, man. But that's when it goes to Lenina. She's all excited and stuff, and that's when John had to tell her, like, yo, like, this is real life. Like, this ain't the TV and stuff. The Wild West was the Wild West. But this...
like, even the Wild West wasn't the Wild West.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah.
Look at all their faces. Like, wait a minute, that didn't really happen. Also, Schwarzenegger became president.
No.
Oh, man,
he president. The man has a. First of all, I love the jabs. I love the jabs that he could throw at that this movie throws at everybody. Stallone threw a jab at Schwarzenegger with. Wait a minute. He has a Wait a minute. He has a museum. Stop.
No.
He
library.
was president.
No, library.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's right. He had a library. Like, wait a minute. He has a library, and then he was president.
They broke the amendment for Schwarzenegger to become president. I'm gonna tell you something right now. If that shit happens in real life and it ain't Schwarzenegger but it's some celebrity, I'm just gonna throw this world into a fucking in rice at that point. It's done. It's done. Fucking done.
Rice.
This
Hey, Chris, you do realize we have a show host as a fucking president,
I don't
right?
count that shit. That's like me calling Corn from the real world as a celebrity. Get the fuck out of here. No. Hell no.
Plus 20 points for you, CJ, for mentioning Coral from a season 10 cast member of the real world.
Dog, The Miz is the only one. The Miz and Jamie Chung, surprisingly, are the only two that actually went through the process of becoming celebrities. Legit celebrities. So, come on.
You are not wrong.
Y'all do realize a fucking golf hustler. I'm sorry, no. I refuse to believe that.
He is not a hustler, sir. Come on now.
I'm sorry, he's not look, he is one of the worst hustlers, period. And yet this nigga become president.
It's because he was gonna drain the swamp according to the people.
No, he wasn't. He was gonna get all the rednecks riled up and give them everything that Obama didn't give them. You know, nothing.
Also, he kept it. but also, D, you gotta realize too, he kept it real. And you know, people love when people keep it real. So you know.
Yeah. You know what with this country messed up, and I'm being honest with y'all. This is not D being super political, but white people, this is where y'all messed up when it comes to voting. When y'all hit this shit and made it y'all ringing cry for this nigga. I like George W. Bush. He's a guy I can have a beer with. That's when you fucked up.
Yeah.
Hey, we're kind of victims of us as other black people. We're kind of victims of that too a little bit. We will do that sometimes.
No. Obama is the only nigga that's going to get this pass of I voted because he was a black person. After this, we're going to be looking at every other nigga that come after Obama.
Well, let's be real. The mistake with Obama is this, and it's not his fault. Obama, we voted because he's black, but he was a very genuine guy. You never felt like anything about him was fake, right? And it feels like every black person, whether it's our boy Cory Booker or any other black person, it feels like they're trying so hard to match that. And it's like, God, Cory, you're corny. Stay corny. We love you.
I'm sorry.
Be corny.
I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all look. Every black politician that come up to him is going to be hard because he was pretty much Jordan. I'm sorry. I don't care how many points she dropped. There's going to be some nigga that's going to bring up the flu game, or in Obama's case. Or in Obama's case, the fact that he killed motherfucking Bin Laden and he was wearing a tracksuit, watching the motherfucker.
He woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning and put on an Adidas tracksuit and went to the fucking the fucking war room.
I'm just saying though.
No, but here's the thing: they're in the car, Spartan and Lena, they're talking and stuff, and like that's when Spartan, she was like, yeah, I could bring up your daughter's address, and John is like, nah, I don't want to interfere with the life. Because I get that his character to an extent, he doesn't want to, like, I guess, the shock of knowing her dad is alive kind of thing. Which I'm kind of glad the movie didn't show that, because that would have been kind of like a wasted, like, extra 15 minutes, like we get a scene of John rolling up to his daughter's house, and then they give that little crying hug, like, I missed your dad, and that kind of stuff. So, kind of glad they didn't put that in there. So he gets to the apartment, and this is where Dee said it gets weird. So in the future, people don't have sex in the traditional way.
Actually, there is no transference of body fluid of any kind.
Not even a kiss.
Not even a kiss. Nothing.
So the question is this: is this what those white people fear too? What's going to happen to the future if PC culture takes over?
PlayStation
that we're going to have
sex
like this. We're going to have PlayStation VR sex and shit like that.
Well, we kind of already got that. We already got that.
Look, guys, I refuse to live in a future where that's how we have sex, where everything is just so fake and not authentic. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to take my sex doll.
They're having, sex, and John is just sitting there all right, I close my eyes. And Lanita's clearly in it, because I'm pretty sure she's done this multiple times. But he's like, the fuck is going on? I guess I came? And he takes the, it was weird. That whole scene, when he takes the helmet off, I'm like, so did John come or something? And it just threw him off? What happened?
No, he did, because when he took it off, she was like, what happened? I lost contact with you. Contact? I ain't even touch you yet.
No. I ain't talking about that. I'm just saying before his facial reaction, I'm like, so did he come before he took the helmet off when he was freaking out?
No, he did not. He was genuinely.
You just out.
All right. This is just giving us Stallone faces.
I'm calling it a genuine freak out. Yo, what is this?
But like you said, contact. We didn't even touch. And she's going down on the fact that apparently there was super STDs that killed the whole sex game from basically being outlawed, essentially. It was it UBT and shit? After HIV, there was UBT.
Bruh, it was, first of all, she said after AIDS, it was NRS.
After NRS, it was UBT.
No, wait. NetherRealm Studios?
No.
Come on, they supposed to be on the come up with that Mortal Kombat.
They
caused another. Wait a minute, they caused another disease. What? Then UBT.
Dude, there was super fucking. There was something worse than AIDS. God damn, Jesus Christ. And he's basically kind of advancing towards her, and she's breaking down the fact that apparently sex is outlawed, and if you want to have kids, you gotta go to an actual lab and get approved. And I'm like, Christ. And
Betty, and even worse, you can't even get pregnant without a license.
Yeah, and then on top of that, it looks like they do some genetic tampering apparently too, because she mentioned the whole behavioral thing and stuff, and I'm like, okay, so this is where we're at, huh? Okay. And all of a sudden he tries to kiss her, and she's like, John, I want you to leave now. And then, foot stomp.
I would like you to leave my domicile now. Suddenly, I would like for you to leave my island.
Yo, she did the foot stomp twice, so that lets you know you got to go. All right. The first time is the warning. The second time, you got to go. So,
Again, I gotta give it up to this society. The outfit that John was rocking in this movie when he was going back to his room, not gonna lie, it was pretty nice.
I mean, I was about to say, I was like Sandra in that lingerie robe. I mean,
yeah, of course that. I'm talking about if we ever got to that point in society where this is what we sleep in, or if this is our relaxed clothes.
I mean, what he had on, that looked like that. That was what he had on when he went out for dinner and shit. That was basically the fancy tuxedo outfit.
Yeah. Which again looked like a summer kimono.
Hey, I'm pretty sure somebody in the fashion world right now has that happening. I'm pretty sure. But
I would like to meet that person.
So John gets back to his apartment, and again, it's voice activated, kind of like Allegra and Alexis and all that stuff, which I was like, oh, well, that's not far off and stuff anyways. And I was laughing because he gets a random Skype call, as I dubbed it, from a chick. It's like, oh shit, wrong number.
It was a naked chick that just got out of the shower. That was hilarious.
So he puts in the surveillance footage from the museum to kind of confirm his theory about Cocktail, and sure as shit, he's looking at it and he was like, they're clearly talking about something, because Simon and him are having a long goddamn conversation. It wasn't like he just was talking for 10 seconds. That shit was like a long conversation, because Cocteau previously was like, oh, he it was just for 10 seconds and that was it. And it was like, it had to have been longer than that. So they had a conversation. And if you're watching closely, John all of a sudden decides to start knitting. Now, I didn't think much of it until the next scene when he gives her the sweater. I'm like, oh, that came out of nowhere. And that's when the movie pretty much explains itself on a lot of things. One, if the people that are in the cryo prison, when they get rehabbed, they get indoctrinated with a sort of
like with a skill set that's supposed to, I guess, what do you call it? They're given a skill set
based on their personality and stuff, essentially.
Yeah, and apparently for him,
it matches up.
And apparently for him, he's a seamstress.
He's like, I don't believe it, which is funny because
seamstress.
But what was funny is there's a couple of jokes in there where like he had a tear on his shirt. And he's like, yeah, I'll just go ahead and sew it home. He's like, did I just say that? God damn it!
I just need some needle. I just need some needle and thread. Wait, did I really just say that?
Jesus. But the fact that he was able to knit a whole ass sweater and stuff, that was kind of funny and stuff when you think about it, even with the explanation.
I bet we ain't get a scene where he's sitting down, listening to the briefing. He has glasses on and he's knitting while listening.
It has to be a deleted scene. I need that. I need that in my life, man. But like,
yeah.
But what made it funny was that like when she's running down Simon Phoenix and stuff, it's like, yo, this dude they made him fucking a super hacker. Every martial arts known to man. The fucking dude is like he knows every urban combat. Like, apparently urban combat is different than any other combat in existence. I'm like, okay, cool, I guess. Whatever. Basically, he can do anything and everything. They made him the perfect, like, bad guy and stuff. Which I'm like, I'm looking at Cocteau like, okay, you clearly had it to where he can't kill you personally, but don't you think by virtue of making him super smart, he'll find a way around that?
Again, he didn't think that far ahead.
Yeah, I know. It's typical bad guy stuff, but it's just kind of funny that he was that short-sighted on that aspect of it and stuff a little bit. But that's when John confronts him there about it, and again, Cocteau is just kind of playing stupid, but I'm like, come on, dog. He already knows what you did. The jig is up. But as usual, John doesn't have any proof. Well, not proof in the sense that would get, Cocteau, basically arrested and stuff. So that's when they decided, hey, we're going to go in the sewers because with them doing their whole APB, search for him and stuff, they figure out, oh, well, he's not getting dinged because he probably went underground, which is the one place that, number one, they're not going to go because they're scared of the scraps, and two, they don't have any surveillance down there.
Exactly. You know what? You would think that would be like one thing that would keep like some type of spy on, but no. I'm like, you think you would keep their eye on them just in general, just in case they might have some type of uprising.
Even the scrap dude said, like, oh, they're only down there to spy on us. And I'm like, oh, so they assumed they were already being spied on any damn ways.
Oh, all right.
I mean, and that was the crazy part. But even then, even when they're down the sewer and stuff, the conversation between Cocteau and Simon is hilarious in the sense of you can see the wheels turning in Simon's head like, yeah, what do I get out of all this helping you? Which, again, even I was asking that, like, so what happens when he accomplishes his mission? Did you think that far ahead, Cocteau? Because I'm just saying, like, he kills Edgar. How exactly do you take him off the board? Because he's going to ask for more here. Like, you really didn't think this far ahead, did you? But like you said, it is the aspect of Cocteau not really thinking that far ahead, because in his head, it's like, all right, I do all this. I'll have my utopian society fulfilled and stuff. But I like how Simon was like, so what do I get? I mean, I'll take, I can take a lot of stuff. Long Beach. I can take a lot of places. Territory. I can take it and stuff. And I'm like, I don't think Cocteau will let you have Long Beach or any other territory, man. That's just bad news, But
or any coastal front for that matter.
But it makes me wonder, like, is the rest of the United States set up this way?
That is a good question. They never did answer that.
Because, I mean, Cocteau pretty much got California on lock, essentially.
And much like how we never saw, Stallone's daughter, that's something else we're never going to see.
Yeah.
Did the rest of the country get taken over?
Oh, no, I'm just saying set up. I was just saying set up in terms of this society kind of thing.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like, I don't know, maybe it did, and stuff. I mean, but the cryo prison thing, it was just kind of strange to me. I'm like, so was that adapted across the world, or was that just United States? So, but he gets his 5 guys, one of them being Jesse Ventura. Hi, Jesse. How's it going?
Not only Jesse Ventura, the other guy. Oh no, not only Jesse Ventura. Another one was the other one was Tatsu from Ninja Turtles.
Yep, that was the other one. So I was like, hey,
I'm
Jesse's
sorry,
here.
really?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, he was in it.
Ah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Cool, like cool trivia note.
But they get to, so John and them are in the sewers. They get to where the scraps are at and stuff. And John immediately is like, oh my God, this is like back in the 90s and stuff. And he sees the grill and stuff. And the lady is all like, oh, I got this burger and beer. And, you know, he takes Lenina's, you know, Rolex and stuff and gets the burger. And I laughed immediately because Lenina basically said what I said, where he's like, do you see any cows down here, dog?
Like, do you even want to ask him do you want to know like where this meat is from?
It's like, what kind of meat
just
is
don't
this?
ask.
It's a rat burger. A rat burger.
You're telling me that this is a rat burger?
I'm just saying, man. He did, but he dug in that bitch. This motherfucker
took another bite of it and goes, not bad.
Go swig that shit down with some fucking Budweiser.
You know that Budweiser like expired like hell.
hey, for a guy that got out of cryo and probably hasn't had a beer and shit, that shit is like fucking gold. Like, oh my God, this beer is so great.
You know, he probably just like, oh God, it's war.
It's like,
this
has got to be
slimy. Oh, I miss it.
This has to be by far probably the best burger I've had in years. I'm like, oh yeah, that's the cryo sleep talking.
Gotta be, because you asked me. I mean, look, the only way my ass will eat a rat burger is if we hit Walking Dead territory of just dire shreds.
But eat the rest of that rat.
And to make it worse, dude, not only would you have to eat it, you would have to ration off that burger too.
I mean, dog, this must be some fat dog. Dog, the burger on the grill. I'm like, yo, there's some fat ass rats that they fucking grilling burgers. That goddamn thing, Jesus Christ.
I know.
They got old. They drinking old expired 40s.
Oh man, so they finally meet Edgar Friendly after he captured them when they saw the old school muscle car and stuff. What was god damn it.
That was an Oldsmobile 442.
And that's when Edgar goes into, like Sue said, his the Dennis Leary rant. If you watch any of Dennis Leary's comedy, you know, stand-ups and stuff
Just
in
look
the
at
90s.
any of his stand-ups.
Any
Dude
stand-ups
goes
in the
into
90s.
super rants.
Hell, even on MTV, when MTV hired him to do little vignettes and stuff, which was basically nothing but just small bits and pieces of his stand-up and stuff, it's like you pretty much know what you're getting out of it and stuff. And some people like it, some people don't, which I get, but I don't know. I liked it. It was funny.
People that don't like it are the people who are just super sensitive to me. Like, there's no reason. Like, of all people, like, what did Dennis Leary say that made you go, oh my God? Like, it's Dennis Leary, nigga. It's a white guy who don't like his life. What the fuck? Why is this hurting you?
Exactly. It's like,
like how? Like, is he problematic in the sense that you think he's a white? That you think he's problematic? Like, what did he say? Did he say something about the blacks? Did he?
I don't think he's never said anything about black people. That's the wild part.
Here's my thing. But no, here's my thing about that in general. If Dennis Leary did, what does that even hold in your life? I can't go on. Dennis Leary doesn't like the black people. Who gives a shit? Golly.
Meanwhile, I'm like, I love Rescue Me though, so there you go.
There go Chris. Like Rescue Me, like shut up, Chris.
I get popped upside the head by somebody. If Dennis Leary did some racist shit, I'm like, well, he never called me nigga, so y'all have fun with that.
I don't know, man. Like, look, I get it, y'all. I get it. Y'all don't like people that y'all think smell like Michael Rappaport. I totally. I get it.
Here's the wild part, D.
I get it with Rappaport. I get it. But come on, y'all.
But you know what? Dennis Leary is what Michael Rappaport wishes he could be.
Yeah, what? White?
That is true.
No.
Comfortable about being white in a herb.
Basically, like Dennis Leary knows what he is, and he doesn't give a shit, and I appreciate that, right? He ain't even trying to like, well, no, he's like, I'm a white dude that I rant like a white guy. I'm fine with that. Michael Rappaport
He had his own song called "I'm an Asshole," and it's great.
Dude, I love that song. I absolutely love that song.
Michael Rappaport is the guy that's like, even Quentin doesn't cross that line. I mean, sometimes he does, but not all the time. Michael Rappaport is the guy that literally will tell you in his face he's more black than you because he listens to Tupac, to which I'm like, dude, I will kick you in the fucking nuts if you ever come to me like that again.
I love that. That's so white. No, and that's another thing about Michael Rappaport. Rappaport doesn't understand how white he really is.
I'm like, it's everything, his character.
I grew up in Brooklyn, so, I'm kind of cool with the blacks. Shut up.
His character from Bamboozled, that's Michael Rappaport. I don't care what anybody says. That's not acting. That's Michael Rappaport to his T. To the fucking T.
Love Kenan and Kel.
To which I'll be like, yeah, fuck you, dude. I like that. Don't stay away.
Stay away. Bullshit. When I heard him say I love Kenan and Kel, that made me feel bad for liking Kenan and Kel.
Bro, you too, man.
It's like, oh my God, I feel guilty now. I didn't know that white people just looked at him like Amos and Andy. I don't know how to feel now.
Bro, and that was, that hurt my soul hearing that. I was like,
anyway, that's enough of that.
But anyways, so like, at this point, he goes on his rant, and it's basically John telling him, hey, I guess you're not part of the cocktail plan and stuff. Yeah, he hired somebody to kill you. Huh, really?
I like how he basically says that he's not going to be up there like those plain, green drinking those vegetables like that. Yeah, look, when I hear that, I'm like, let's put it in today's perspective. I'm not going to be like a motherfucker in the sanctimonious asshole in the middle of LA. That's what a lot of people are scared of, that LA liberal way is going to take over the whole country. Yeah. Ain't that some shit? That's exactly what he described. He described what you call an LA asshole today.
Yep. I mean,
people are afraid of that shit.
I mean, if you look at the movie, it's funny when you look at the movie, you look at the citizens of St. Angeles, anytime something bad happens, they immediately just run. They don't stick around, they just fucking run like these riffraffs. How dare they sit there fucking up?
And he still got LA in them, man.
I mean, so it's there. So meanwhile, in the most coincidental situations and stuff, Simon Phoenix is down there after his little meeting with Jesse Ventura and them. It's like, oh shit, John Spartan and Ava Friendly are together. I guess 2 birds with 1 stone. Let's get this gunfight started.
Who knew? Who knew? Not me.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Who see it coming? Not me.
Oh, you bet. Yeah, hey, Simon Phoenix didn't see that double barrel fucking pistola fucking shooting at rafters either.
Nigga. Oh my God. I just like the fact that Simon Phoenix off the break of this movie got 15 plus points just for being a villain in the 90s. I like that.
Did you love the fucking rubber armor that he had on?
Oh, you mean the basic level Gears of War armor?
Yeah, basically. Hold up, isn't that the armor that the Resistance had basically in Gears of War 4, I think?
Well, that's actually the COG armor.
I could have sworn one of them, the Resistance had a different, I don't know, god, that's different fucking, well that we be going down anyway if we talk Gears of War. Never mind. Anyways, no, trust me, folks, like me and...
I like how Chris is still trying to do the math in his head, though.
No, I had to stop myself. I was like, me and Eris will immediately go into Gears of War history and lament, and I don't want to do that right now. Nope, not doing that. But nah, I was just laughing because, like, middle of the movie, he just miraculously just has that armor on. I'm like, huh. All right, whatever, cool. It felt random, but it was on brand with the character, honestly.
I mean, really, he's been getting, like, armor from nowhere. That's why we call him Black Joker. It's like, what the fuck? Who are you getting this from? Where are you stealing this shit from?
I mean, he took all the guns from the museum and stuff other than the ones that John kept on him, because I think John kept the fucking 9mm pistol with whatever bullets was left in there on his person and stuff. And I'm like, oh, so John had a legal firearm the whole time. Cool.
I mentioned that I like how the internet in this movie is the best, yet the worst interpretation of the internet.
Tells you everything, but not everything.
It tells you everything, but he can't. It tells you everything, but yet can't play no music on that bitch.
Hey, let's go to oldies. Hot dogs. I'm like, wow.
No. See. This is where. Hold on. This is where you guys got it wrong. See, because you guys had mentioned earlier, what would happen if, like, you're trying to listen to music, right? But because of Cocteau's rules and regulations, if everything that is quote unquote bad for you, including cursing, again, if all that stuff is bad, you take that out of the equation. That includes music too. And what are you left with? Show tunes.
That just pisses me off because Cocteau is basically saying Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney are horrible music. I'm like, what the fuck is your problem, sir?
I like the fact when you really look at it, it's the most white bread, non jazzy tune having ass song.
I mean, dog, it's like when you think old school, right? They said we're going to the oldie station. I'm like, okay, maybe like you said, show tunes. I'm thinking, okay, maybe we might get somebody that's recognizable. Nope, they just went to the show tune commercials, and I'm like, wow. So that's like every music.
I like how they did how they went to that one when they went to the had dinner. You heard them singing the Jolly Green Giant, Joe.
Man.
I was thinking to myself, this is what makes it so. There's an underlying ism in this. Have you noticed that Cocteau has pretty much erased all Negro culture?
And stolen Asian culture too, with the kimonos and shit.
I mean, but really when you look at it's some white people bullshit.
There are some black people, if you can
spot them. There are black people out there. Now, let's make it very clear. There are black people walking around. But this whole world is some straight up, like, you can tell a white man said, yes, this is perfect. You can tell that.
This is gentrification on a state level that white people jerk themselves off to in dreams.
Oh, can you imagine if we could do this to Northwest DC?
I mean, look. They did it on a small scale in DC already.
It's already on our list, but we'll get there.
Oh my goodness! You know what would be great if we put a Whole Foods here, just right here in the middle of this ghetto.
Bro,
they were like, like this. All these black people outside were like, we actually middle class. I'm sorry, Keyshawn. My name is Dave.
Bruh, Hyattsville and Greenbelt is getting there, D. There's a Whole Foods in Hyattsville. I was like, oh boy, here we go. Whole Foods? Oh, it's a wrap.
Actually, you know what?
Yep.
No, here's me. Man, look at that shit. Yeah, man, a Whole Foods. That's a whole new plaza. Yeah, a Audi. They fucked up.
Exactly.
Yo, it's still a black neighborhood. Don't worry, y'all.
hey, folks, D ain't lying, man, because you see all the nice stuff and you're like, man, gentrification hitting us. As soon as you see that Audi, well, shit, never mind. The black people are still sticking around.
Still the hood. We're just getting nice things.
Just white people are gonna stay away from that part of the neighborhood with the Audi.
Oh my God! It's like we get nice things in the neighborhood. That's a beautiful thing. This is what Dr. King wanted.
Equality for all, and we don't. And that's what we don't get in Cocteau. Cocteau clearly is one. Cocteau is one of those white people that sees MLK was like, yeah, he was a nice guy, but fuck him.
I'm better. I'm
MLK. It's like, fuck what you heard. I'm MLK, nigga. Can you say nigga?
Don't know what you're doing.
It's like,
nigga don't know what you're doing.
All of a sudden, Lanita's like, can he say the N-word? I think he can. I don't know. I guess. I don't know the rules anymore.
That's funny. You can still say nigga.
John is just shrugging like, I don't know the rules anymore. You tell me. I've been crowd sleep for 30 years. I don't know the rules anymore.
I don't know, man. This race, you know what? Nobody asks that. Does racism still exist? No, it doesn't. It can't. It probably, I don't know. In that future, Cocteau told everyone that they're all humans.
That's the I don't see color. So that's all your answer right there.
They don't see color in this future.
Speaking of which, we got an interesting car chase because as I said earlier with the future cars and stuff, here you have this, 1960s, 70s muscle car chasing this futuristic car. They shoot the tires out, and all of a sudden, freaking Simon's like, auto-inflate activated. I was like, that is a fucking awesome-ass goddamn car. Yes! But also too, I was reminded of the Sega Saturn Demolition Man game, which is basically just you pressing buttons to an FMV essentially and stuff.
I mean, yo, it's a crappy looking piece. It's a piece of shit. Like, there's no way
You're
getting around.
pressing up, down, A, B during the action segments of the movie essentially. And this was one of the quote unquote hardest sections of the game. It wasn't hard so much as you were playing Simon Says during this segment. I remember it very starkly because I gave up on it. It got stupid.
I never played. I only played probably 1 or 2 Sega Saturn games when I think about it now.
My cousin,
but I knew about.
My cousin had the MPR one and he had Demolition Man, and in the era that we had video games based off of movies that came out and stuff, I was shocked that there was no like Sega Genesis version of Demolition Man or anything like that. Kind of shocked.
Oh, because first of all, if they did make it, I could guarantee you that they somehow would make that a beat 'em up.
That makes sense.
They made it. I don't know. They made it. I don't care what you say, Eris, and that does sound like a really, really good way of going, an easier way of going at it. But you know what? Something tells me if they were to make this game, it will be, and I'm using,
They did make one for the Sega Genesis and the Sega CD, and it looks like it plays just like the Terminator game that was on the Sega Genesis. Interesting. Either which way.
Either way, Eris, what I'm just saying is this. To me, when you say that game, I just think that it doesn't matter what we say. It's gonna be cheeks.
I mean, it's gonna be cheeks. And you want to know? And you want to know why? You want to know why it's gonna be cheeks? Because it's gonna be released by LJN.
Actually, I was gonna say, who made it then, Chris?
I mean, you had the Demolition Man game for the 3DO.
What?
Yeah, there was a 3DO Demolition Man game. You had the Sega CD one, which I said was pretty much like FMV, the video game. That's all it really fucking was. The Sega Genesis one, Acclaim Entertainment did the Genesis, and Virgin Interactive did the 3DO one. Yeah, Acclaim did a lot of video game movies. They did the Batman, the Tim Burton and the Forever and Batman and Robin games too. So yeah, Acclaim had their hands in a lot of movie properties back in the 90s.
Yeah, Acclaim. Remember, Acclaim and ALGN were in the same company.
Yeah.
So a lot of the shit that Acclaim got was because of LJN.
But John and Simon are fighting on top of the car and stuff because it's auto driving. It's actually a fun little fight sequence and stuff like that. You know, it's raining and stuff, and they're on there and stuff. And again, the practical effects of the movie is actually on point. There's like zero CGI in the movie at all and stuff. Everything is like practical, top to bottom and stuff.
This was still, but you gotta think about it, this is also still. It was like probably a year before, about a couple years before they started really putting them in the action movies when it came to CGI.
Yeah.
Because The Rock, even though most of The Rock was practical, they were still kind of like they were just starting to do digital stuff during that time. That was like a couple years from after this.
Yeah. And so they're fighting and stuff, and then John basically fucking kicks him off the car, and he basically combat rolls on the ground and stuff. And I'm laughing like, wow, it looks like
he survived that. That's all. It's the fact that he fucking survived.
But it was weird because the way it was seen, the scene was shot. It made it seem as though the car wasn't going that fast to where he could actually recover it, like roll on the ground that quick and it'd be no issue and stuff. And I was like, that's interesting, but whatever and stuff. And John is in the car. Now this is where, again, I think they have this technology, maybe. So the car that he's in, the police car they rolled in and stuff, it's going out of control and it gets to an accident and it pops out this foam. Now, don't they have that right now?
Not necessarily a foam. I don't even think wait. Well, to tell you the truth, and I don't know if it's
military levels. They might have this, maybe.
It look like some military shit, if anything.
But this is actually interesting because, as he said, it's like I feel like I was in a car cannoli, and I was like, yeah, that looks like that would be claustrophobic as shit. You're stuck in this fucking foam, and you're like, how the fuck do I get out of here?
That just seems like some future. That does seem like some future technology.
I mean,
the phone protect the car.
I mean, I still laugh.
It's like never mind, never mind airbags. Instead, you just turn into the car itself turns into this foam.
Dude, it's like that Speed Racer.
Just imagine, Chris. Just imagine, Chris. You're watching the motherfucking the Cowboys game. During the commercials, you see a BMW commercial where a car runs into a brick wall and that foam shoots out. And it's like the new BMW, the BMW 320i.
Nah, see, it'll be a Lincoln commercial with Matthew McConaughey and we get that shit. Like driving Lincoln. All right.
Driving football is like driving in life. Sometimes the wall won't stop you if you protect.
I swear, man, that man he finds ways to sell shit. I was like, man, Lincoln, dude must have thrown some money at his ass for that shit. Like, hey, you want to advertise Lincoln?
He walked there, started talking. They give him a pile of coke. He just started talking.
It's like he filming. What are we filming for? Lincoln.
Commercials. He's just driving around, see? And that's all he knows. Just driving around, just quoting this hot shit. You know what I mean, man?
Oh, my God. So they get to in front of the police station, and that's when Chief Earl is like, Simon, John Spartan, you're going back in cryo prison. I'm like, I don't think you can tell him what to do anymore. I don't think you can tell John what to do at this point, you know.
I mean, really, at this point, no.
He's gonna look at you and like, you know. Actually, he tells him skip it and stuff when he tells him, yeah, you're going back in cryo. Skip it, Chief. He's like, yeah, I need a gun. That's when Edgar and the whole Scraps crew comes up. And I like how the chief was like, all right, guys, line up. They're coming to fight. And I'm like, your guys lost to Simon Phoenix. What makes you think you could take on the Scraps? Come on.
I was just going to say,
Yo, Simon washed you without even fucking breathing. You think the Scraps...
These motherfuckers got pipes and old tennis rackets. They will fucking murder y'all.
It's like, come on, man. I like the line, though, from Dennis Lee. Like, these guns, where'd you get them from? Are you kidding me? We shot with these guns. We go grocery shopping with these guns and stuff. So that's when Lenina basically tells Chief, you can take this job and shovel it. And John's like, take this job and shovel it. Fucking close enough. Let's go. So that's when we get the big finale because... First off, Simon actually, prior to that whole fight and stuff, when they were fighting in front of the car and on top of the car, Simon actually killed John Cocteau by way of his stand, Jesse Ventura. And I like how he just smooth, like, you know what, man, kill this guy. And I like how Cocteau had that look in his face like, but no, I'm the bad guy. You can't kill me. Well, Jesse says otherwise, sir. Eat these bullets. So... he kills him off, and they throw him inside the fire pit and stuff. And that's when Associate Bob is like, "Hey, I can be very useful for your administration." And that's when we find out that Simon Phoenix is going to release pretty much the worst of the worst. I think it was 80 of them or something like that?
80 dregs of society.
And in a world where everybody is on the docile side, they could probably take over that shit pretty fucking quick. I have to imagine.
Like you are all about to get washed.
That's some Negan shit that Simon Phoenix would be pulling if it worked. Let's be real.
As Negan has said many times, people are a resource.
I mean, let's be real.
I don't think he would necessarily have all those. I don't think he would necessarily have those people killed because again, people are a resource. Yeah. But he would kill one. Just to make an
example.
Point.
Yeah, we gotta make an example out of people and stuff. That's why I was like, yo, Negan wanted to in the Walking Dead world. He could probably take over the United States if he wanted to. If he wanted to. He got the cult of personality to get people. Hell, I might join Negan just for shits and giggles. Like, I might join this guy. This guy's cool.
Just like join the saviors.
You know what, man? I like living. You know what? You're a good guy. I like it.
I like living.
I love living. Don't you guys?
It works.
Shit. You kidding me, man? I know most people would look at me like, man, you're a Benedict Arnold. That's not the point. The point is I like living, all right? I'll take living versus a bat to the head, all right? Come on.
Hey, when he found me, I had nothing.
I mean, I didn't kill people, but you know what? I stayed by his side. He was cool. Nah, but like Simon's releasing 80 people, and I like how Associate Bob is just all going home like, yes, they're almost in the final stages of uncryogenics, and I was like,
reanimation.
Reanimation, it's all good. And I like how Simon's like, Jeffrey Dahmer, I like that guy.
It's like, get him out. Come on. So we gotta hurry this up.
I love those plugs. So John and Lenina, meanwhile, they get in there and they fighting all his cronies and stuff, and Lenina actually kills a guy, and she's freaked out. And John was like, hey, that's your first time shooting a guy? Well, it happens. He's a bad guy. Do what you gotta do.
Well, there was that, yeah.
So he decides, well, you know what? I'm taking the decision out your hands, and he basically batons her unconscious. Because he was like, yeah, this shit's broke, and he grabs it and just, I'm like, well, took the decision out of her hands, didn't you?
He's like, yeah, it's my turn to be the hero of this movie. So you're gonna hold this unconsciousness.
And then he puts on the beret, and then only thing missing was the ring from Expendables, which would have been perfect. And
he needed the ring. He needed the ring, and he also would have needed your boy Christmas.
I know, right? So he busts up in the cryo lab and stuff, and that's when him and Simon have their little fight off and stuff. And again, Simon's giving them a two-piece with the addition of basically grabbing them with the little claw item and stuff like that, and just toys with them and stuff. And I love the part where he's like, la da da da.
I did like how he purposely went into Stormtrooper aim mode.
Oh yeah, that was on purpose. It was on purpose too. It was unlike the Stormtroopers where it's like, you guys really do suck at shooting. Simon was like, nah, I'm doing it on purpose. I'm playing with my food because that's what I do.
It's called chaos within your madness. That's what it really is.
You can call it chaos within your madness. I call it the villain playing with his food. Because if we learned anything from the good and the bad and the ugly, when Homeboy shot the dude while he was in the bathtub, he looked at his corpse and said, look, if you got to shoot somebody, shoot, don't talk.
I'm just saying, man. This is the equivalent of Ocelot playing around with his gun in the middle of a battle.
Nigga. What the fuck was that? To this day, I'm just like, why are you juggling your guns, dog? Just shoot him in the face. Done.
Who are you doing this for?
It's like, is there an audience here? Vulcan doesn't care. What the fuck you doing that for? Vulcan literally has the Kevin Nash disapproving stare every time he does this shit. Like, here this nigga go. God damn it.
Actually, Chris, he has the disapproving stare until Ocelot makes somebody pees on themselves.
It's like,
let's just be weird. Vulcan's a real Russian nigga.
Very weird. He loves punching people, and apparently he likes touching little boys. This is a little weird. Well, not little boys, young men. Either which way.
Weird. It's young, high-ranking officials.
Yeah,
No. You got to get it right. Boyish and blonde. That's what it's called, okay?
So, Simon's playing with his food, and I love the part where, like, he shoots the claw thing, and it, comes out with the liquid oxygen and stuff, and he freezes it. And Simon's like, what the fuck is John doing over there? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure you can see that he's freezing the claw. All right, Simon, you want to walk down and go get a closer look? Go for it, I guess.
Hey, look here, son. I'm just going to be honest with you. The type of death that is about to happen to you is called Sub-Zero. I would actually try to stay away.
Bro, what makes it funny is that the fight literally pauses for a brief second where Simon's literally like, I don't know what the fuck am I doing wrong? And that's when John is like, is it cold in here? Or is it just me? Now I remember. Memories. Like, what?
Because we love each other.
Man, Spartan went for the Goldberg spear on Simon.
Somewhere there's a Tumblr fanfic of John Spartan and Simon Phoenix love Dojin or some shit.
That's my joke, nigga. I'm sorry, you went to the Doja territory. Those are my jokes, nigga.
I would not be surprised.
Dude, can you imagine? If this movie
you.
came out now, I can see Tumblr going nuts. Like, did you see that look? Did you see that look?
Tumblr,
Look, I'm sorry. I think it's already
there would be
made.
a Tumblr. There would be a Tumblr of both freaking John and Simon in like the most Bishonen looking animation
would have sat
ever.
there and took a scene at context. Like, did you see that look John was giving Simon? They wanted to fuck, and I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? They hate each other.
It's like they hate, like they can't stand each other.
Each other.
It's like they can't stand each other. Plus John has Sandra Bullock.
So you're saying John is the top? Got you.
That's wrong.
No. It's very accurate. Here's the top.
I'm sorry. It's like I like their little camaraderie and stuff, and they laugh at that joke and they fight each other out. And as soon as the water spraying, I'm like, yep, I already know when this is gonna happen and stuff. And the slow motion from fucking Simon when he's about to kill him when he sees the freaking canister. I'm like, you could have stabbed him right there instead of looking at it. You know that, right? You know that, right? Simon?
I mean, you had ample time. You actually really had time on this one.
It's like, no. I'm like,
you spent more time going no. Sub-Zero wins. Fatality.
You also got the one-liner. Heads up.
Heads up. Smash.
Ice blood.
And then just because of there is only because somebody activated the 5 minutes until complete detonation from Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Like John has to hurry up and run out of that entire facility before it blows up.
I'm like, this dude doing the typical Sylvester Stallone yell. Yeah! I'm like, the yelling is not going to make you quicker there, Stallone.
You know, Stallone, I gotta say, man, Stallone yelling is one of the greatest things about Stallone. The fact that you see on his face and all that.
You mentioned that during the Cliffhanger podcast. You are 100% right. It's just the yelling every time, like, yeah, between him and Michael Rooker in Cliffhanger, honestly, with the yelling and stuff. It was just crazy and insane. But this one is just...
It was, baby. It's going to be great.
So they get out, he escapes the explosion, and Chief Earl is, again, chewing him out like his chief in 1996 did and stuff. He's like, John Spartan, how dare you? Blah, 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 blah. And he's like, well, hey, I saved the day. What do you want? Well... No,
it was CJ, it was more of, so, Spartan, did you apprehend, the person known as Simon Phoenix? I can't exactly say apprehend, but I will say that the guy's history, as well as the entire cryo prison, that's also history too.
To which I'm
what are we gonna do? How do we live?
You start by getting, I guess, Dennis Leary is the new president. I guess I don't fucking know. The governor of Los Angeles.
Just Los Angeles. This is not the whole country.
I know, but the way they talk it, they made it seem as though, all is lost with the cryo prison. I'm like, I'm pretty sure there's a cryo prison anywhere else.
I did like
society has totally crumbled.
I did like how he looked over and said, all right, first of all, you need to do a whole lot of cleaning up. And you need to get a little bit more dirty. And I don't know, y'all just come together and figure it out in the middle, I guess.
So basically, we're going to be back to square one. There ain't going to be crime, but, might get a good fuck you from some couple people and stuff here and there, now. So there you go. We're good. We're golden. So I guess...
Yeah, society's ruined. Society's ruined because we had nothing to replace it.
I mean, this is society.
He gets with... And then in the end, he gets Spartan gets with Spartan gets with Sandra Bullock's character, and
the dancing.
Oh yeah, it was more of I still want to know, how do you get the seashells? Like how does that work? Roll credits.
Demolition Man.
Demolition Man. It was one of those, like, yo, for real, that's the theme song. He's a demolition man. Demolition.
Funny enough, I actually read the comic book from DC Comics of this movie.
And what was...
It was just basically a very quick version of what this movie was. It was all the greatest hits from this movie. That's all it really was.
Oh, kind of like the Batman Forever comic that came out before the movie.
Yeah, it's just greatest hits of the scenes from the movie and stuff. They dubbed it a limited edition and stuff, but it was really them essentially. And you might be able to find scans of it online. It's probably not that hard, but like it was literally them basically just piecemealing out all the best scenes and stuff. Like part 1 was literally like the whole shit from 1996 and then him being cryogenically frozen, and then it ended with the cliffhanger of Simon Phoenix, you know, how we're going to capture him, we're going to defraud John Spartan, and it just kept going and going. I'm like, you guys just could have put this in one book, but whatever, I guess. You know,
there was a lot of those books back then, man. They're still actually now. I forgot. They still make those type of books, man.
Yeah, I'm actually curious about the novel books of these movies and stuff because they were always like drastically different in terms of how like the whole plot line.
Well, the only reason why is because it's the big benefit of those novels. You get to flesh out more of the characters and you get to do just a lot more stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was. Speaking of which,
the only problem is that I never understood why that never really transferred well into comics. I never understood why comics couldn't do the same thing with that success rate. Like novels do way better than comics in that type of regard.
Yeah, but speaking of which, so back in 2018 at San Diego, it was the 25th anniversary of Demolition Man, and we actually saw them do a kind of like pop-up Taco Bell.
Yeah, they did. I tried to go there.
Long ass line. People wanted to do
Oh my God,
Demolition Man.
I tried to stay in that line. I said, fuck it, I'm going home, man. I'm going to sleep, y'all. I'll see y'all later.
Yeah, we walked past it after you left, and then I was like, yeah, there ain't no way I'm staying in that fucking line just to be
no. When I left, I went there. I stood in line for like 2 minutes. I was like, wow, no.
It's like, this not happening whatsoever.
No, because it didn't move at all. I was like, I've been here long enough. Time to go.
Yeah. But, so apparently the theme of it was done by Grace Jones.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, Grace Jones. That's
Sting.
That's
Sting,
actually
yeah. Grace Jones did the title theme, and Sting wrote the stuff for her for the song.
I was gonna say Grace Jones. 7-day weekend, Grace Jones.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yep.
No, the fact that it's Grace Jones and Sting. Like, what?
That is like the power. It's a power right there, man. It's like, wow.
God, this shit that nobody knew about.
I mean, yeah. It's
Kenny Long is like, nope, can't be me.
Can't be me.
We couldn't get like you know what? That's a shame. We got this combo, but to this day we will still never get a Kenny Loggins and Stan Bush combo, and that just makes me just want to throw my PS4 out the window.
No, when you say it like that, like we're never going to get that. Like, why we never got that? And all of a sudden you say that here's Kenny Loggins because Stan Bush fucked my wife. Your wife came to me.
You're not my buddy, guy. I'm not your guy, friend.
You only had one hit. I still banged your wife, Kenny.
Oh man. Anyways, but funny enough, Demolition Man, I am happy to say you can still buy Blu-ray. You buy the Blu-ray copy of this movie, and it actually looks pretty good on Blu-ray.
Just be careful which version you buy.
Yeah, that's all. Not that careful. I had bought the DVD like
the Pizza Hut or Taco Bell version.
The Pizza Hut or Taco Bell. I mean, I'm sorry, the Pizza Hut just throws me off.
I mean, like I said, I got the DVD. I got the DVD copy that had Taco Bell, so I was fine with it. So just seeing the online thing had like Pizza Hut, I'm like, fuck.
Oh my God.
But yeah, this is
wow.
fun.
So this was fun. So next week, this is going to be we were supposed to be going into Damn Nature You Scary, and I told myself we already got enough nature being scary in real life right now, because you cannot tell me that this wasn't made by the Chinese, but actually made by M. Night Shyamalan.
The worst fucking M. Night Shyamalan plot ever. God damn.
Wow, man, it's actually functional because people actually reacting to this shit. Imagine if M. Night could actually write. That's what happened. It would have actually been. But No, so I decided from here on until probably a certain point, we're going to be doing just a whole bunch of different shit. You know what I mean? And one of the things we'll be doing is the next one we're going to be doing was supposed to be on that month, and I got to keep it. It's when Mother Earth is going to, literally explode on us unless we find a way to bring down the temperature with a nuclear device. We are going to go down into the earth, deep into the earth, to its core. We visit the core, and we're going to see Delroy Lindo fucking get crushed by the gravity of fucking...
Also featuring the comedic stylings of one DJ Qualls, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my gosh, man. Yes, y'all. Aaron, we finally do something where Aaron Eckert is actually... And this is the early Aaron Eckert, so we're pretty good with it.
Before Two-Face Aaron Eckert.
before Two-Face Aaron Eckert. Before everybody said, hey, that charming guy in that smoking movie, he's great. Let's give him all these awards and not have him in a lot of movies after that.
But anyway,
next week is cool.
So we'll catch you guys later. Peace.